Fremont Federal Credit Union High School football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
And welcome back to Shelby, Ohio. It is the site of the Division IV Region 14 semifinal game. Shelby and Clyde. Shelby won the toss. They have elected to defer. They will kick it off to Clyde. Shelby in their home gray slacks, red stripes, red jerseys with white numerals, silver gray helmets. Clyde in the road blue pants, white stripes, white jerseys with blue, yellow, gold helmets. And Clyde will get the ball, and they'll move right to left as you hear it here tonight. Again, John Cullen and Mike Martin, our other partner, Brad Bannister. Well, he's on assignment tonight, unable to be here with us. But Mike Martin back with us, Mike. And I tell you what, we love the tournament. Of course, we're here to cover Clyde. We're going to give you a good ball game tonight, no matter what happens. And, of course, Kyle is going to update you from Bellevue about what happens over there. Two of these four teams are going to meet next week for the regional championship. And here we're getting ready to get underway. Big thanks to all of our sponsors who are making it available for us to come down to Shelby and bring you this ball game. There's the whistle. Here's the approach. And there's the kickoff. It's short, end over end. Fielded at the 25 to the 30. Getting out of bounds at about the 33-yard line was the Clyde up man. And for Clyde, that was Kyle Flewelling. And Flewelling gets it, and he says, hey, let's get some yardage and get ready to launch this offense. Clyde will get the ball 1st and 10, Mike, at their own 32.
Yeah, if that's an indication of how the field is, it's a little slippery down there. Kyle Flewelling kind of slipped on going out of bounds and ended up on his backside. So we'll see if the middle of the field's any better than the sides are.
There's no doubt both these teams want to run the football, could really dictate how this game is played here tonight. And it's a grass field, not turf. Jaden Cook at quarterback, under center to open it up. And the Flyers show a double wing right now. They're going to hand off to Daniels. He goes to the outside. He gets hit and stumped, and he'll get maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. So they really stopped that first handoff off left tackle.
Yep, big Camden Walder came through from his defensive tackle spot. He's 6'3", 285, and Clyde was not able to move him back off the line.
Quickly line of scrimmage. Clyde's got 3 receivers out to the right and 1 to the near side. 2nd down and 10. Cook looking. Remember, Clyde had to replace 18 starters off their squad from last year. Many returning starters for Shelby in this ball game tonight. Cook looking to throw. He's going to throw it out here quickly. It's going to be nearly intercepted. That time, Cody Lance, a wide receiver, read that bubble screen, and he dropped it. If he picks it up, it's touchdown Shelby.
Yeah, that could have been disastrous for Clyde right there. Cody Lance, like you said, made a great jump on that ball. Kind of went through his hands, and I don't think Jaden Cook saw him coming. And when he delivered that ball, it was almost 6 the other way.
Well, Mike, that's a timing play, right? So he looked to the left, quick throw. He's throwing it. He didn't even have time to look at the defender. And that shows that Shelby has scouted Clyde pretty well. 3rd down and 10, initial possession here. The Shelby Whippet defense showing some strength. There goes Lozier out to the right. Cook back to throw. He's looking. He's got time. Steps on the pocket. He's throwing deep. He's got a guy open and incomplete. Just overthrown. His intended receiver out there was Griffin Nuffs. He had his guy beat, but just a little bit of strength on Cook threw the ball. Well, Mike, we're looking about 55 yards in the air. Incomplete. Clyde's going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, Nuffs had a couple steps. Cody Lance was playing a little more to the inside and allowed Nuffs to get to the sideline. Did have some separation, but not able to make that hookup.
Now, if you look at it, just to remind everybody, public service announcements, turn your clocks back tonight. Or if you have something to do tomorrow, you're going to be late. Here we go. There's a punt by Cook. It's a nice punt. It's high. It's going to be caught at the 29. Trying to get up the middle of the field and get dropped at about the 33-yard line is the up man for Shelby. And you know who that was. That's their all-purpose running back, Owen Fisher. And it will be 1st and 10, Shelby at their 32. So they just flip the field. And here we go.
Yep, Owen Fisher, over 1,000 yards on the season, 16 touchdowns. So we're probably going to see a big dose of him tonight.
2 receivers out to the far side for Shelby and 1 to the near side. Fisher right next to their quarterback, Marshall Shepard. He's 6'2", 170. Here comes a big man in motion, the tight end. And they're looking. They're going to hand off to Fisher. Fisher gets the outside. Oh, boy, he gets a good block, and here he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 20, 10, and he goes around the end for a Touchdown. Touchdown, Shelby.
The only thing Clyde did right there, they brought an inside blitz, which took the linebacker out of the position. And as soon as Fisher was able to get past that line of scrimmage, there was no one there to stop him. Nice downfield blocking by the receivers on the defensive backs, which opened up that sideline. A big play, first play, put that ball in the end zone. Like we said, he's got 16, now 17 touchdowns on the year.
Split out wide, and they ran it wide. It was a great block downfield, Mike, that opened up. Here's the extra point, and the extra point is up, and it is good. We're going to take our first time out. Well, not a lot of time off the clock. Shelby's got a 7-0 lead. We'll be back with after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Frickers has just what you want, everyday values. Monday, boneless frickin' chicken wings. Tuesday, traditional frickin' chicken wings. Wednesday, steak day at Frickers. Thursday, frickin' chicken chunks. Whether it's dine-in, carry-out, delivery, or order online at frickers.com. Everyday values are available at only one place. Dine in, carry out, delivery, and new at Frickers. Order online at frickers.com.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
All right, one play, 68-yard touchdown run by Owen Fisher puts Shelby up 7-0 with the good extra point, Mike. That time they caught the corner. Clyde had all their backs and everybody up to the line of scrimmage and caught him, and there's no way to catch him. And he showed some pretty good speed around the corner, and they scored. They were up 7-0, one play. So now Clyde behind the bubble here early. Greenslade moves in motion. And here's a handoff to Daniels. He's going to cut back, and he puts his head down, and he'll get across the 30 and maybe pick up 3 off the left.
Yeah, that was Bryson DeLauder who came up and made that tackle. Bryson has 47 tackles. He leads, he's second on the team with tackles right now. And just from his linebacker spot, reading it, coming up, making the play.
And we've got officials with the timeout here. It's probably an equipment issue. There's good defensive end, Merrick Albert, 6'3", 225. He's got to come off the field. He's putting his hands up like, what did I do? All right, so 4-man front for Shelby. Clyde with 2 receivers to each side, and this is really going to challenge the Clyde offense. So I'm going to move Daniels to the right side of Cook. Cook will stand back at the 20. Here comes Berger in motion. He's to the right side, and they're going to hand off up the middle. And I tell you what, he's going to get off the right guard and pick up maybe 2 and put him at the 35-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 5 for Clyde.
That was big. Jake Eldridge from Shelby Whippets to make that tackle. He's 6'1", 270. A lot of size on that defensive line. The smallest guy out there right now is 62, Caleb Baker, who's 6 foot, 210 pounds.
Well, as we said earlier, a lot of their linemen are all back from last year. So, they went deeper in the playoffs themselves. So this is going to be a great test here today. 9:33 to go. Your in-game scoreboard, 7-0. Shelby with the lead here early. Lozier in motion. He goes from left to right. Now Clyde with 3 receivers to that side. They're going to fake it. Going to throw that bubble screen again. This time it's going to be caught, and it's going to be a 1st down. They get it that time to Wilson. Wilson, Mr. Steady. He gets it and moves forward. So Clyde not afraid to throw that bubble screen again, Mike.
No, that was a little bit different than the way that they threw it the last time. They had stalk blocks out there. Blaine Bowman was able to come up and make that stop. But, that was a nice play of Wilson being able to get up there and get that extra yard to get to first.
Both these teams want to stop the running game, right? So it might be the arm of Jaden Cook tonight that might make the difference for Clyde. If they want to probably throw first and then run, we'll see what happens. Again, Lozier motion left to right, moving right to left is Clyde. Cook with the snap. He's looking. He's going to go down the sideline. He's going deep, and there's going to be a little pushing over there, but they're going to say nothing there. A little matchup between Cody Lance and also Griffin Nuffs. And it was incidental.
That was the exact same play that Nuffs was open in their first possession when Jaden Cook overthrew him, but that time Lance had a little bit better coverage, a little bit tighter.
Yeah, and he's taller, obviously. If you look at Nuss is 6 foot. Lance is 6'3". So here comes a man in motion is Griffin Nuss. Now he's going to come here to our near side. Wilson split out far to the right. And Cook standing there, 2nd down and 10, looking for some yardage. You're going to give to Daniels. He tries to get out the corner. He does. He slips. He slips on the turf, and he's going to pick up about 6 or 7. But I tell you what, a dry field, it would have been 10.
Yeah, that's the difference between playing on artificial turf and this regular grass right now, that they got to get their footing.
So that's only pick up a 4. It's a big 3rd down play for Clyde. 2 receivers to each side now. Cobble on this near side. Nuffs and Wilson to the far side. Jaden Cook at quarterback, the junior. Got hurt, missed some games, came back. Here we go. Handoff. Up the middle. Around the corner, they do not get it. He'll get tackled, and they'll tackle him right at about the 49, Mike, and that'll be a pickup of about 4, but they will be a yard short. All right. Your playoff life is before you. It's a lot of game to play. Do you go for it?
Absolutely.
With your quarterback in the shotgun. Here we go. Cook looks over, gets the signal, and over to this near side you have Lozier, and it's going to be, I don't know that they got it.
He got it.
Nope, I don't believe so. They're going to spot him based on the sticks. They're going to spot him short, and it will be turnover on downs.
And I'll tell you exactly why he did not get it. Carson Ingram from his linebacker spot came right over the center, met him right at the line of scrimmage. Carson Ingram, 6 foot 205.
Are they going to measure this, Mike? They are going to measure.
Well, they can measure it, but from what I'm seeing right now, it is going to be short.
They gave Clyde a very good spot, Mike. So 7-0 right now. And they're coming out. Let's go ahead and get a 30-second update from Kyle Knight up in Bellevue. Kyle?
All right, thank you very much, John. Here, Bellevue has had 2 possessions so far, but they've had to punt on both possessions. Van Wert currently with their 2nd offensive possession. They had a couple first downs on their opening drive, but then forced to punt by the Bellevue defense. Right now they have the ball at the 50-yard line. 5:23 to play opening quarter. No score between Bellevue and Van Wert. It's Kyle Knight from Bellevue. John, back to you at Shelby here on Eagle 99.
All right, welcome back. So a matter of an inch, maybe, Mike?
If that, and that was a very generous spot.
That was as close as you can get. Clyde with the first down. As Kyle said, no score over in Bellevue. Right now, 7-0. Clyde with a first down. And the ball, their second possession. 7:23 to go here in this first quarter of play. Jaden Cook looking. Looks like they're blitzing. They give the Daniels off the right side, and he gets hit, and he gets stopped. So what they're doing, Mike, is they're trying to stretch him out, and then they're bringing the linebackers, shoot the gaps on the left side. This field is going to be a problem for Daniels.
Yeah, it is. When you have to try to cut it up, you know, Camden Armstrong was out there from his defensive tackle spot that kind of looped around to the outside. So if they try to get outside, they've got a big guy that they're going to have to try to block. They're doing a little stunt with their tackles and ends and bringing a tackle to the outside to shut that down.
2nd down and 8, 6:43 to go, 7-0. Shelby with the lead. Cook looks over to the right side, then they'll step back. Clyde will line up again. Jaden Cook, the junior, trying to lead his team down the field. Here comes Wilson in motion. Keep an eye on there. We have a penalty. It's going to be delay a game. Should be our first penalty of the ball game. It will be delay a game. Clyde could not get Wilson shifted soon enough. Now move it back to the 48 of Clyde. So it's going to be 2nd down, and we're going to call it a good 13, Mike. So right now, Clyde offense struggling.
Yeah, it makes it really difficult when you're playing behind the sticks, especially when you've got a defensive front that Clyde is not able to get much movement on at all.
You know, we'd see, of course, we're not coaches, but a little roll to left or right, short possession passes could open up this defense a little bit. Wilson is going to come over this time near the near side. There's going to be 3 on this side, and they're looking this way. Here comes Roll now. He's looking. He's going around the left side. He's got Lozier in and out of his hands. Oh, my. Lozier wide open, and also wide open down the middle of the field was Andrew Cobble.
Yeah. Andre Hill got turned around. He was looking at Cobble in the middle, tried to make a move to him, and at that point in time, left Lozier wide open. He just took his eyes off of Lozier and tried to get to the middle.
So, Cook's throwing a good ball. Just needs a little air underneath it. Just a tiny little bit. So, let's see what happens. If 3rd and 13, you know they're going to have to throw the ball again. We've got a timeout. And what is it?
I think Clyde is calling the timeout.
All right, so we got a timeout. So, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout up to Bellevue. Let's get back with Kyle Knight and Kyle with Bellevue and Van Wert.
All right, thank you very much, John. What's happening here in Bellevue, both teams have had the ball twice, and both teams have had to punt twice. There's currently 3:45 remaining here in the opening quarter. No score between Bellevue and Van Wert. Right now, Bellevue with the football. They had a punt where they called a fair catch, and the Van Wert player ran into the Bellevue returner, so they got the ball 15 yards up the field. Right now, Bellevue with the ball at their own 47. 3rd down and 1. Again, no score between Bellevue and Van Wert. John, back to you and Shelby on Eagle 99.
All right, thanks so much, Kyle. So they've got a nail-biter up there right now. Mike, I tell you what, the Clyde offense trying to find something here. Shelby's very strong front, and their backers are playing very well, too. So right now, it's going to be the Flyers regrouping. 3rd down and 13 from their own 48. And head coach from Shelby having a conversation with the officials, and it seems everybody's squared away right now. So,
yeah, the officials going over to the Clyde sideline. Coach Carter's unsure of why that timeout was called. He did not call a timeout.
Oh, he didn't call it.
No, they both have 3 timeouts left. So
okay.
I'm not sure if they, thought someone called a timeout and they didn't. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is, and we don't have a sideline reporter to get that taken care of. So we're just going to have to guesstimate that they called the time. Officials called the timeout.
Well, now the other thing is, to be honest, could it be an equipment malfunction with one of the schools and their ability to communicate with the box? Would that cause for the officials to have a timeout to figure out?
That could.
Here we go. Hang on. Lost Apple phone. That's not why they stopped.
No, they don't. They usually don't stop games for somebody losing their phone.
All right, so we still don't have an idea why that is.
And Coach Carter is trying to get an explanation.
Yep.
Trying to figure it out. Now the head referee is going to the back judge, and they're having a little conference.
So let's hope they get it together. In the meantime, the Clyde Flyers are sputtering offensively right now.
One thing that I have to say that Clyde actually is doing pretty well at offensively is they're giving Cook some time to get the ball downfield. He's not under a lot of pressure. He's not scrambling around. So the offensive line is giving him time to deliver that ball, just not making that connection. And they're still talking there, Jim.
Yeah, they are.
They're big conversation going on.
7-0.
Coach Carter
Shelby with the lead.
A little livid over there. He's
so he's not liking what he's being told. He's given the wave like that's not a happy wave.
No.
It's not a happy wave. All right, so whatever we're looking at here, no one's getting charged. It's going to be Clyde with the football. They have 3rd and 13. All right, so here we go. Big play for Clyde, trying to keep the drive alive. And Shelby right now has got the momentum. They've got Overmeyer in there at wingback. They're looking to throw. They're looking on this left side, and Cook's in trouble. Cook's going to have to roll. He's looking for a block, and he gets sacked. That time there's nowhere to go. And for Shelby, they came up through, and they said, hey, listen, we're not going to let you go any farther. David Ray, a sophomore, gets him and sacks him all the way back to the 34, and they'll be forced to punt.
Yeah, from his linebacker spot, he was just reading that, and he did not come on a blitz. But once he saw Cook was scrambling, he came through the line of scrimmage. They had Dylan Overmeyer out in the flat, tried to sneak him out, but he was covered very well by Andre Hill.
All right, so Clyde's going to have to punt the football. It's going to be good field position again for Shelby. They've got the lead right now. There's a snap to Cook. Cook is going to punt it, and it's going to be not long, but it gives a pretty good bounce, and the Flyers are going to down it right at the 31-yard line. So it'll be Shelby with the ball. Last time in this area, they ran 68 yards with Fisher for the touchdown. So the Whippets, they have the lead. They have the ball, and right now the Clyde Brain Trust going to have to figure out a little bit, okay, how do we open this up a little bit? In the meantime, their defense has only been on the field for one play.
Yeah.
But it was a touchdown. 5:32 to go here in the first quarter play. The winners will take on the winner of Bellevue and Van Wert for the regional championship. A chance to get to the state Final Four. Here comes Shepherd. Shepherd at quarterback. And Shepherd has Fisher just to his right. 3 receivers here to the near side. Let's see how the Clyde defense plays. There's goes Fisher in the middle. He breaks one tackle. He's going to get off to the right side and get hit and dropped, and he'll pick up about 6. And they'll get him up to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that time Robbie Greenslade came across the line. He came a little bit too wide, ran right past Fisher, and was able to stop, put his foot in the ground, and come back and make the tackle from behind. But that could have been a big play for a loss if he'd have made the right angle.
You say picked up almost 7. Here we go. They're going to throw a quick play out here. It's going to be caught. Broken tackle, another broken tackle, and then into about the 48-yard line, an 11-yard pass, that time by Shepherd.
That was a nice job of just finding that open seam right behind the linebackers. Bailey Everly had to come up and make his stop.
So now Shelby playing very confident right now, Mike.
Yeah, they're able to, they're running the ball well, and that little pass right there showed that they're able to throw the ball and be very effective.
7-0 the lead by the Whippets. They've got the ball moving left to right. 3 receivers on the far side. Now they're going to flake out Fisher, and they're going to be a quarterback keeper. And this time he's going to get a few yards. He'll get to about the Clyde 48. Maybe pick up 3 or short 4. It'll be second down, and we'll call it 7 yards to go.
A combination of Blue Norman and Overmeyer coming up and making that stop.
So Fisher out, flared him out to the left, thinking, okay, maybe we're going to draw a linebacker out there. Clyde did well on that. It'll be second down, and we'll say again 7, 4:12 to go. Shelby with the lead here early. 2 receivers each side. Shepherd looking. He's looking to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to get fluttered. He gets hit and dropped, and he will maybe, with a little bit of a push from behind, will pick up 2 yards on that, what would have been a sack, to the Clyde 46. So it'll be a pickup of 2 on the scramble after the hit. Again, Shepherd, 6'2", 170, so he's not a little guy.
No, Logan Holmler came up, and as well as Blue Norman. Blue Norman almost stripped the ball away. He had his hand on the ball, and he's lucky that he was able to hang on to that. Shepherd did a nice job of, not putting that ball on the ground.
Bringing Cody Lance into the ball game. He's one of their big receivers. He's splitting far out to the left side. Third down, we're going to say 4, and they're going to hand off to Fisher in the middle. He doesn't get by one and get hit another, and he gets hit hard, and he did not get the first down. That was a nice, solid tackle by the Flyers, and they'll get to somewhere between the 41 and 42.
Yeah, Bailey Eberly came up as well as Bauer to put that hit on and not allow him to get that first down.
4th down and 1. Shelby will go for it. 1 receiver to the far, 2 to the near. Fisher right there. Clyde. Fisher with the football. Fisher's going to get the first down, and he's going to run forward, and he will pick up the first down and get to the Clyde 38. So pickup of 4. Owen Fisher, he's pretty automatic, Mike. He's had a lot of yards, a lot of scores. Solid running back at 5'7", 180. He's built solid, and he's got that prototypical running back type feel with speed.
Yeah, one thing Shelby has, the size advantage on that line. They're able to push the defensive line back.
All right, 242 and counting. Fisher with another quarterback keeper. He's going to get outside the pocket. He's got some yardage and more. He gets to the outside, and one thing you had said to me earlier, the Clyde defensive backs have to make a lot of tackles. It could be a long game for Clyde. Well, right now, he's going to take a first down to the 24, a pickup of 14 on the second quarterback delay draw for the Whippets.
And all they're doing is just creating a little seam. Linebackers are coming up and not able to make the stop.
All right, so looking back, there's a throw into the end zone, wide open. Lance, score. And Lance gets it and scores.
Yeah, that Wilson was on coverage right there, and Lance got behind him by a couple steps. And Shepherd did a nice job of just laying that over top of Wilson, putting it right into his hands. And, like you say, John, there's not a whole lot of room. He ran right into the fence. There's about maybe a yard between the end line and the fence. So he had to put the brakes on quick.
Second score for the Whippets. And there's a snap. The hold, the kick is up, and the kick looks to me like it's good. So the Whippets right now scoring twice in this first quarter. And we're going to kick it to Kyle Knight because we have an update. Van Wert on top of Bellevue right now, 7-0. Let's hear from Kyle.
All right, John, a strange turn of events here. Van Wert actually fumbled on their own 5-yard line, but the officials say the running back was down by contact. Then Van Wert faced a 4th down, ran a fake punt from their own 6, got it out to the 35-yard line. On the very next play, they ran a double reverse pass for 55 yards. A couple plays later, they scored on a 2-yard touchdown run. So they lead at 7-0. Now on the ensuing kickoff, things went even worse for Bellevue as they fumbled the kickoff. And right now, Van Wert has the ball in the Fremont floor covering red zone down at the 11, and they already lead the game 7-0. In fact, they just ran a bubble screen, now have it down to the 3. So Van Wert 7-0 down at the Bellevue 3-yard line. John, back to you on Eagle 99.
All right, welcome back. So Bellevue in a little bit of a dogfight. Show the Clyde Fliers. And Llewellyn again gets the kickoff. That's his 3rd one, and he goes out at the 31. That's the 3rd time he's done that. But right now, Clyde in pretty good hole, 14-0. As we said, down at the 3-yard line, Van Wert, they're in a position potentially, taking a 2-score lead down at Bellevue. So Clyde offense needs to answer right now. 2:17 to go. We're still only in the first quarter play. A lot going on right here. Daniels will get the handoff off right guard. He'll get about 2. Spot him at the 32.
Nathan Zenner was right there from his defensive line spot to be able to make that stop. Zenner's got 33 tackles on the season right now, making 34.
3 receivers on the far side. Daniels just to the right of Jaden Cook. Clyde down 14-0. They have not experienced a lot of deficits that big early in ball games, Mike.
No, they have not.
So Daniels to the left side of Cook now. Cook looks, snaps, looking. He's going to fake a throw. He's going to throw across the middle. It's going to be caught, and it will be a nice pickup over to about the 40-yard line. That time, I really like the way that Cook looked off, Mike. He looked off to the right like he was going to throw the bubble screen and then found Wilson on the seam and gets him close to the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, Logan Green was right there to make that stop, but it's a good thing he got rid of that because Bryson DeLauder was coming hard on a blitz, and he was untouched, so he got it a hit on Cook as soon as he delivered it.
All right, 3rd down and 1. Cook in the pistol. Here comes Greenslade. He comes into the wing. They're looking. They hand off to Daniels, and he gets the first down for Clyde. So Daniels is going to get the first down at the 43, and it'll be first down Clyde. So the offense moving the ball, at least trying to get that little bit of rhythm, Mike.
Yeah, one thing that Shelby's doing right now is they brought both outside linebackers to the inside, so short yard distance. If Clyde's looking at that, there's some options they will have after that.
So Jaden Cook at quarterback, 14-0. Shelby with about 44 seconds to go here in the quarter. And it's been a great first quarter for the Whippets. Cook pump faking. He's in trouble. He almost slips. He's going to go ahead and throw it out of bounds, and he does. Yeah, and they're talking about whether that was and Cook is pointing over to where he had a receiver on the far side, and they are going to throw the penalty.
Yeah, that was, the receiver was 20 yards down the field, and Jaden threw it over that way, but
not close enough.
No, not quite close enough. And Knolfs was double covered that time. They weren't. Shelby's not going to take a chance on letting one receiver run down the field anymore. So, Knolfs was double covered, and he had nowhere to go with that ball. It was a one receiver pattern. So he just tried to get rid of it. It's not the NFL.
Right.
So you can't just throw it into the sideline like you can in college and NFL.
So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and I believe loss of down, isn't it? I say it's only second down, but I thought it was loss of down if you did that. Either way, last play of the quarter, I would believe. 33 seconds. We'll see. No, of course, the game clock has stopped on that play. Jaden Cook at quarterback looking. He's rolling. He's going to step up in the middle, and Cook's going to look to run, and he gets by one, but he gets tripped up, and he gets tripped up at the 35. He's going to pick up a few yards, but I tell you what, right now the Shelby Whippets are pulling their ears back, Mike, and they are coming after Clyde.
Yeah, Bryson DeLauder again from linebacker spot. He was coming.
All right, so it looks like that's going to be the last play of the quarter. We're going to take our quarter timeout. I don't believe they're going to get this one off before the end of the quarter, and they do. They do. Oh, my gosh. There's a
shouldn't
fumble snap. They shouldn't have. Here comes Cook looking to throw the ball. He's got a guy open. Cook's going to run with it. Cook's going to get close and up to the 50-yard line. So Jaden Cook takes a busted play, picks up 15, and gets it to midfield, and that should be the end of the quarter, and it will be. What a chain of events here tonight in Shelby. We'll take a timeout. The Whippets with the early 14-0 lead here tonight in Shelby. We'll be back after this on Eagle 99, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Members save more at Friendship. Register for your Friendship loyalty card today and enjoy member perks like free coffee Mondays and member promotions on great items like Rockstar 16-ounce cans, 3 for $3.77. Where with every purchase, members get entered for a chance to win an Xbox One collector's console. Plus, everyday great deals on Muddy Buddy and Gardetto chips, 2 for $4. Hostess singles, 2 for $3. And 20-ounce Coke bottles, 3 for $4. Stop in today. Friendship, you're always welcome.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Stop into any of our convenient locations to check out the credit union difference. We offer checking account options with lots of perks, all with a free debit card, free online banking, and mobile banking, with the convenience of nationwide shared branching. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
All right, welcome back. Quarter number 2. It is Shelby on top of Clyde, 14-0 here with the start of the second quarter. Now they'll switch sides. Clyde will be moving left to right. They have a 4th down and a long 3. And they're going to go for it. They know their offense needs to make something happen. Here come the Whippets. Jaden Cook looks over to get the call. Clyde trying to keep a drive going, seeing if they can get some points on the board. Big 4th down play. Here comes Lozier in motion. And Cook looking, snapping. He's looking. He's looking again. He's got to go across the middle. And it's caught, and it will be for a 1st down. That time he saw Andrew Cobble, the little curl Mike, waited for him and got him the ball. 1st and 10 Clyde.
Nice job by Cook right there, being able to just hang on and wait till Cobble finds that open window. And Owen Fisher was able to make that stop for Shelby. But nice job by Cook to be able to find him.
And Clyde quickly. They run quick. Here comes Daniels. He got an open field. Keeps his feet moving. Gets across the 30. Down to the 25. So that time they did a quick count against Shelby. Worked pretty well. Gets down to the 26. A pickup of almost 20 for Clyde.
And they're hurrying up again. Working with a little tempo right now.
Yep. That's the best run of the night for Clyde. All right, Michael Daniels. He's a horse. Give me the ball, but there's not a lot of cutbacks tonight. It's going to be quick and straight. Cook back to throw. He's got time. He's going into the end zone. He's got a guy wide open. It's going to be in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Dropped it right over the defender, but unable to hang on to it. And I believe that was Nuss again.
Yeah, it was Nuss. Cody Lance and Nuss are going at it all night tonight. I mean, we've called both their names quite a few times. And that time, Cook had the right trajectory on that ball, but
he did.
Lance Nuss had his hands up and just made that so he couldn't catch it.
2nd down and 10. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Glad you're with us here tonight on Eagle 99. Hand up to Daniels at the middle. He tries to break that first intention, but he cannot get past that line of scrimmage. He maybe picks up a half a yard to the 25. It's going to be 3rd down and at least 9.
Nathan Zenner and DeLotte are both coming up to make that stop. Now, that's something that Clyde is not able to get those guys to move back. And again, I think it's size-wise. They're a little bit bigger on defensive front right now.
Remember, Clyde replaced 18 of 22, and this whole team for Clyde is coming back. So you're going to see this kind of team next year. But they're learning. There's a quick out over to Wilson. Wilson gets hit. He gets spun. He tries to fight for the 1st down. He does not get it, but he'll be about a yard short. Looks like they're spotting him at about the 17. So it'll be 4th down and 1 for the Flyers.
Again, DeLotte out there to make that play. Another big 4th down for Clyde offense.
Wilson seems to be the go-to guy when they need somebody, right? And he's a great possession receiver, but he's got some pretty good speed for the Clyde. He can't get down. Now Lance comes off the field, and let's see if they're expecting Clyde to run the football. Under 10 minutes to go in the first half of play. 14-0 your in-game scoreboard by Fremont Athletic. They're going to hand off to Daniels. He's going to get the first down. He keeps his feet moving, and Daniels gets down to the 10-yard line. So Clyde is in the red zone, and they are first and goal from the 10.
Again, up the tempo.
Fremont floor covering red zone for the Flyers. They haven't seen it. And here they go. Hand off to Daniels, and he just gets undercut. And, Mike, that time they just went for the legs.
Yep, that's what they're doing. They're going low. Number 62, Caleb Baker. Caleb Baker has 24 tackles on the year, and he just kind of submarined the offensive tackle and made a pile right there and was able to grab Daniel's legs and bring him down.
Clyde gets points in this drive, Mike. They might settle that football team down just a little bit. One receiver to the far side. Here comes Lozier in motion. Keep an eye on Lozier in the slot. Looking. They're going to pump fake, and Cook is in trouble. Cook's going to keep running the ball. He's going to throw it. Oh, he had a guy open in the end zone, and that was Wilson, but Cook got hit. And delivering that big hit, who was that?
That was Carson Ingram. He was on him. There was no way Cook was going to get away from him. He had his jersey. And Carson Ingram, he's the guy that has 7 sacks on the season and almost got number 8 right there.
Tell you what, if he's just a second late, that's a touchdown.
Yes.
Because he could only get enough on it to get near the feet of Wilson. 3rd and goal for Clyde. Here they go. 10 seconds left on the play clock. We're just under 9 minutes here in the first half of play. Jaden Cook looking. He's looking left. He's going to go into the end zone. It's going to be caught. And it's going to be touchdown Clyde or not. Where are they going to spot it? Yes, it is. Touchdown Clyde. Boy, he threw it on a rope that time. And who's the recipient of that catch? Wilson. So Wilson with the 9-yard score.
Well, I tell you, Brady Wilson did a great job of just going up and getting that ball. I mean, he had, caught that ball at its highest point without a doubt. He had some ups right there to be able to bring that down. It took a big hit to be able to hang on to it.
Well, if you watched the Browns game last week, you saw Rashard Higgins high point that ball late in the game. That's exactly what Brady Wilson just did. Great pitch and catch by Cook to Wilson, and Clyde on the board, 14-6. Let's see if Sydney Holman can connect. Looking for the snap. There's a snap. It's low. She kicks it up, end over end, and it is good. All right, we're going to take a timeout here if we can. 8:53 in the ball game. It's 14-7. Shelby with the lead. Clyde on the board. We'll be back after this on Eagle 99.
Craving turkey? We have the meats. You won't have to wait until Thanksgiving. Come to Arby's now for delicious deep-fried turkey, marinated for juicy, flavorful bite after bite. Try all of Arby's deep-fried turkey goodness. Turkey clubs and market-fresh cranberry turkey sandwiches and wraps, stacked with deep-fried turkey breast. Think of it as practice for Thanksgiving. Arby's, we have the meats. In Fremont, Port Clinton, Clyde, and Huron. Go Flyers!
Hi, it's Eagle 99 and 92 on the Wolf Sports Director Kyle Knight for Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. When it comes to outfitting the sports staff here at the radio station, we go to Juan and Athletic Supply. Athletic Supply offers us affordable prices on shirts and pullovers and handles all the custom embroidery. No matter what your sport, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or volleyball, you'll find the equipment and clothing you need to make you look good and play good. So get in the game at Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
All right, welcome back with the kickoff by Clyde. It goes out of bounds. Shelby will get it 1st and 10 at the own 35. So, Mike, your thoughts on that drive?
Oh, that was a good job by Clyde, mixing things up, putting a run and a pass in there, and some big plays, especially that big catch by Brady Wilson.
Clyde goes 69 yards in 15 plays. Let's see if the Clyde defense can pick it up. There's Fisher's going to get the ball. He gets dropped, and he'll get lunge for about a yard. And that time, nice job by the Flyers.
Yep.
Caden Berger with the tackle.
Caden Berger and Robbie Greenslade coming around from the defensive end spot, be able to make that stop.
2nd down and 9. Now the Flyers have at least let the Shelby Whippets know, listen, we can score here. Let's see. Shelby was going to come out and throw a hard punch, and they did. They're up right now by a score, 14-7. Looking to throw. man open, and it's going to be off the hands of Lance as it was thrown just a little bit behind him. And I think there was a little bit of a rush, Mike, that forced him to throw that ball a little early.
Absolutely. Logan Holmler was right there. He was coming hard, and he had to get rid of that ball a little bit sooner than what he wanted to because he was wide open.
Been calling Holmler a lot over the last couple of weeks. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9. See, the Whippets, they obviously want to keep this lead and keep the ball and keep the Clyde offense off the field after just scoring. Now they're going to throw 2 receivers to each side. And they've got to go to Fisher on this. Let's see if they do. No, Fisher in the throw. There's going to be a pass wide open over here. It's going to be caught, and it will be just twisting for the first down. Great job that time by Connor Henkel. He got stopped, but twisted just across the 45 to the 46. It'll be 1st and 10.
He absolutely did. Bailey Everly had him wrapped up, and he was able to wiggle his way to get just enough to get the first down.
1st and 10, Shelby. 3 to the far, 1 to the near. Fisher right next to Shepard. Shepard likes to run the football too, Mike, and he's called his own number multiple times. Here we go. There's a snap. He's looking to throw, and there's a little push in the Shepard going over here, and it's going to be a penalty. They're going to call Clyde for defensive holding. They're going to call a penalty against Jaden Johnson.
You know, and that's a situation that's really not a bad penalty if that's what it's going to be, because he would have been wide open, and that would have been an easy 6. So instead of giving him 6, give him, 15. Because Johnson knew
10-yard penalty, right? So it'll be 1st and 10. Right. Shelby at the Clyde 45. All right, so Johnson that time matching up. A little bit of holding there. Those first 5 yards in the NFL, you might get that, but not in high school.
No, not when the officials stand right there watching it.
Yeah, he's watching you the whole way. They had to call that. All right, so 1st and 10. And here comes Shepard at quarterback. He's going to pitch it out wide here and trying to get to Fisher. And I tell you what, Fisher is going to get knocked out of bounds at the 40. Kind of noticed the way that the defender played that, not to pick on Johnson, but he is kind of waiting for Fisher to come to him, Mike. I mean, I think they've got to stretch Fisher out as far horizontally as they can.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that when, you got a guy that runs as hard as he does coming at you. You got to come up and make that hit. You can't absorb it.
All right, 2nd down. We're going to call it a long 6, 7:43 to go. 14-7, your Athletics playing game. They're going to run the same play. This time he's going to cut back. But a little bit different tackle here is Walker Britt on the game. Of course, Fisher continues to fight, and they let the play continue to develop. And that's unique, Mike, that he was stopped at the 40, and they just kept on letting it go. And I noticed this last year the same way in the playoffs, that they let him play that way.
Yeah, that's something that, you get that scrum going, kind of like rugby, and all of a sudden now you've got another 3 or 4 yards that your line is pushing you forward for.
All right, here we go. 14-7, Shelby with the ball with the lead, 3rd down and 4. They're going to go ahead and throw it out here. It's going to be incomplete. A nice defensive play. Getting a little upset with himself was Andrew Bauer because he thought he jumped that route, was going to intercept it, but he did the right thing and knocked it down. It'll be 4th down and 4, and Shelby will go for it.
Yeah, Andrew Bauer did a nice job reading that from his safety spot, being able to come up and knocking it down, like you said, John.
Big play here. 7 minutes to go in the half. Shelby with the lead. See if they're going to try and draw Clyde off. They got 15 seconds here to not, they want to run it. Of course, the play is stopped. The game clock stopped. Well, they're going to go to Fisher. And there we go. It's going to be green slate, and it's going to be green slate offsides.
Yeah, he was anticipating that count, and that's something that it makes it very difficult. And I think that time, Shepard did a nice job of mixing the count up, and Robbie Greenslade did not take advantage of, getting that second count and came across too soon, gave him that first down.
Now, the play they were running, he was right there, and it would have made a big play. But guess what? You have to wait till they snap the ball.
Yeah, that's a rule.
Big mistake. So that's another penalty, second penalty by Clyde that has kept this drive moving for Shelby. Under 7 to go, 14-7. Here's Fisher. He's going to get hit, but he'll keep his legs driving, and he'll get across the 30 to the 29. He'll pick up of 4. Make it 2nd down and 6. Overmeyer on the tackle.
And Berger came up, too, and made that tackle. One thing that the Shelby line is doing, they're just creating a little seam. And Fisher's doing such a nice job of just getting that little crease and getting through and picking up those yards.
2nd down and 6, under 7. Here we go. Hand up to Fisher. This time Fisher runs into a wall, Clyde Fliers, and he can't get himself to move any forward. He's going to take a loss. Boy, they're going to give him forward progress to the 30 mark, and it looked to me like, boy, it was at least a yard and a half past that, but get a good spot.
Yeah, Greenslade did a nice job just coming down the line of scrimmage and making that play, as well as Blue Norman just plugging up that hole.
Fisher, you hit him. You better hit him and keep driving because that guy won't give up.
No, his legs keep churning.
Here's a big play right here. 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 7 for Shelby. And they're going to go ahead and write it out to Fisher out to the left side. He's going to get hit. And he will, boy, I tell you what, there's some popping going out there right now. You're seeing bodies going backwards and helmets flying backwards. He's going to get down to the 25, but he will be short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and 2.
Yeah, Walker Britt coming all the way out from his defensive tackle spot to make that play.
5:26 to go here in the first half of play. Your athletic supply in-game scoreboard, 14-7. Shelby with a 4th down and a long 2. And they're going to give the Fisher, and Fisher's going to get hit, and it's going to be quarterback keeper. They're going to go ahead and turn the right side. What a great play fake by them.
Great call.
Shepard gets it, goes around the corner, and he gets down. Where are they going to spot him? They're going to spot him at about the 7.
The only person on the defensive side of the ball that knew Fisher did not have the ball was Wilson. And Wilson made the stop on Shepard because that was a great fake. Great fake up the middle.
They faked us out.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do because we're good. All right. So now they're in the Fremont floor covering red zone are the Shelby Whippets. They're looking to extend. They're going to pitch it out to Fisher. Fisher's going to turn the corner. He'll keep his feet going. He gets in the end zone. Missed tackle out there by the Flyers. And it will be touchdown Shelby.
You can't just come up and hit him with your shoulder pads. You have to wrap him up. That's why he has 18 touchdowns now on the season and well over 1,000 yards rushing because he will not go down with one hit. He won't go down with 3 people hanging on him. Those legs keep churning, and he moves that pile forward. So, that's something that Clyde is going to have to figure out how they're going to get, be able to wrap him up and get him on the ground.
Right after this extra point, we'll go up to Kyle Knight and get an update with Bellevue. There's the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick looks to me like it's good. And now your in-game scoreboard of our Fremont Athletic. It's 21-7. Shelby on top. Let's go up to Bellevue and see how Bellevue and Van Wert are matching up. Kyle?
All right, thank you very much, John. And here it's been a nightmare. In fact, Bellevue just threw an interception down at the 35-yard line. But Bellevue trails this ball game 21-0 with 1:32 to play in the first half. The quarterback for Van Wert, Owen Treese, has 2 touchdown runs and a touchdown pass. Bellevue has twice ventured into Van Wert territory. Once they went for it on 4th down, could not convert. The next time they had a turnover, and now they just turned it over again down at the Van Wert 43-yard line. So things have not gone well on this Halloween night for Bellevue. They trail 21-0 with 1:30 to play in the first half. John, we'll send it back to you at Shelby.
All right, thanks so much. Here's the ensuing kickoff again, short again. Boy, they want to get it to Flowing, and Flowing just dances out of bounds as he has all night tonight and gets to about the 33. So the Flyers will down by 14, and that was a great drive. Now, the Clyde Flyers helped sustain that drive by Shelby with the 2 big penalties.
Right.
That sustained that drive. Otherwise, they potentially get the ball back. Now, you've got 4:45 to go. You want to stay close to this team. Remember, Shelby's going to get the ball to start the second half. So, if you're Clyde, you definitely want to get down here and get in the end zone.
Right, and one thing Clyde was successful at is when they went up-tempo and moved the ball quickly.
A lot of game to be played left. No reason to panic, that's for sure. And Daniels gets hit and dropped. I tell you what, they are doing a great job on the line of scrimmage. Daniel runs to the left, picks up 1 yard.
Yeah, they have got no push on that defensive front for Shelby. In games that we've seen Clyde before, they get a little bit of push or get a little bit of crease. And one thing that Shelby's doing, they're just coming straight ahead. They're not angling. No. They're not slanting. They're just coming straight ahead.
They're clogging the lane and doing a great job so far. 2nd and 9. Here comes Lozier in motion. Jaden Cook Looking. He's pump faking. He's got a guy wide open. He's going to overthrow him again. This time just thrown to a spot. Tried to get it to on the backside to Griffin Nuffs. You know what seemed to me, Mike, with some of these pass plays that Clyde's playing that they're throwing, and Cook is, trying to get it to a spot. If they could just adjust that and then break it to the sideline and throw it to the sideline, Mike, that'd be open all night long.
Yeah, because that time Blaine Bowman came from a safety spot trying to cover from the inside out. So if he went more to the sideline, that could have been open.
3rd down and 10. Shelby would like to get the ball back, see if they can get back on the board. Clyde with 8 seconds on the play clock. They got to get snapped. They do. Cook is back. He's pressured. He runs up, and he's going to get sacked. This time Cook is going to get sacked from the backside, and they're going to break him down at the 29. It'll be a 5-yard loss, and Clyde will have to punt.
Yeah, Nathan Zenner, that's his 5th sack on the season coming from his defensive line spot. Zenner is 5'11", 210 pounds, and was able to get through that line to put Cook on the ground.
So, Mike, I noticed, and for those that are listening to us and maybe watching the live feed, these coaches from Shelby very animated on the defensive side. They're jumping up and waving and giving signals to their defense and very engaged. And right now the Shelby Whippets, they're in firm control of this football game right now. Of course, we had said Bellevue down 21-0. Van Wert in control of that ball game. So Clyde will have to punt the football here, and Cook will go back. Cook has not had a lot of time. Clyde's going to have to throw a lot of quick slants, quick outs, try and get quick against this Shelby team.
Which they've been successful at when they attempted.
Right. Okay. So Cook will be standing back at his 15. It's going to be awful good field position for Shelby again. Standing back at the 37. Looks to me like that's Fisher. All-purpose back. And that's a great punt by Cook. Will be fielded by Fisher at the 35, trying to get out to the 40. He runs around one. Another block on the backside. He's going to try to turn the corner against Johnson, and he just runs out of bounds. And Owen Fisher returns it to the 48-yard line. So it'll be great field position for Shelby. They've got the lead. They've got the ball. They're at home. Things are going pretty good in this first half for the Whippets.
Yeah, it is. With 3:41 left to go in this half, you can see Shelby trying to, open things up here, maybe a little bit going downfield and putting 7 more on the board before halftime.
And get the ball back to start the second half. So it's really the card game is right now. There's a pretty good hand on the side of the Shelby Whippets. A lot of ball game to be played, though, folks. 21-7, 3:41 to go here in the half. Your Freeman Athletic in-game scoreboard, 21-0. Actually, 21-7. Shelby with the lead. And they're going to go ahead and quarterback option, keep it out of the middle, and he'll get in the middle of the field, get across the 50 to about the 49, and maybe pick up a short 3. Clock will continue to run. They'll give him 3 yards on that run. It'll be 2nd down and 7 at the 49 of the Flyers.
Berger and Norman able to come up and make that stop.
All right, so here we go. Just working that clock, working down, and I think that's what they want to do too, Mike. They want to run this clock. 2 receivers to the far side. Here comes a man in motion to the right side, and that's Ingram. And that means he's going to block. Here comes Fisher to the right. He just waits for a hold, and then he explodes, and Fisher's going to pick up about 4 right to the 45 of Clyde. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Norman wrapped him up and just kind of held onto his legs and pulled them together so he couldn't keep them churning.
As you said, they go ahead and Fisher gets the ball, and he kind of waits. And once he sees the scene, boy, he's straight ahead.
Yep, finds that little crease. 3rd
down and short. And they're going to give it to Fisher again off the right side. This time he gets hit and spins, and he will not get the 1st down. He'll be short at the Clyde 49. Excuse me, at the Clyde 44. Pickup of 1.
Nice job by Walker Britt, but Walker Britt's getting up a little gimpy right now. And he's had a few situations with injuries. Shelby
he's
has
moving slow. Yeah, he is. So right now it's going to be a timeout for Clyde. We'll keep it right here. 4th down and a long 2. And the Clyde Flyers right now have their hands full by the Shelby Whippets. Shelby has come in here and has won basically every facet of the game.
Yeah, they have. One thing that Clyde has done very well all season is the line play, both offense and defensively. And Shelby's been able to neutralize that tonight. So that's something that Clyde's going to have to figure out. Like we said earlier, John, those quick passes were effective when they were going to it for Clyde. So That might be a halftime adjustment they're going to have to make.
So offensively, if I'm not mistaken, I think Clyde really replaced 10 out of 11 starters on offense, and they replaced 8 of 11 on defense, right? So no matter what happens with this ball game tonight, this Clyde team has got a lot coming back next year. Right now, they've got a lot on their hands plate right now. Let's see. They're going to go ahead and get Fisher out. No, Fisher just to the right side, of Shepard. And looking to try and draw Clyde off again. Now they'll step back. 10 seconds left on the play clock. They're looking. Clyde's showing blitz. And now they're looking over to see if they want to alter the play that they want to run. And they're going to take a timeout. And they're going to not take any yards. So we'll do a quick one. We'll do a quick 30 seconds with Kyle Knight up in Bellevue. Kyle, about Bellevue in the same position from what I understand.
Yeah, but some good news for Bellevue as Van Wert was getting ready to score to take this to a 27 or 28-0 lead. An interception by Deegan Horn, and so Bellevue withstands a late touchdown opportunity by Van Wert. So we have reached halftime. It's 21-0 Van Wert over Bellevue, and John will send it back to you at Shelby.
All right, thanks so much. So Bellevue and Van Wert are at halftime, 21-0. Van Wert on the road to the number 1 seeded Bellevue Redmond, and they're playing pretty well there too, as they have a 3-score lead going into halftime. Right now, it's 21-7, a 14-point lead, 2-score lead here by Shelby. They've got the ball. They've got a 4th and 2. And so, big play here. Shepard looking. It's a low snap. Shepard's going to quick pooch punch and what he's going to do. And that's what they do. And they're going to go ahead and down it at the 12-yard line. So they punt. Interesting.
Well, I think that was a pretty smart play right there because their defense has been pretty stout except for the last series that Clyde had. And they're going to play a little prevent here with 2:26 left to go. Clyde has 2 timeouts left, so they can take advantage of that. But it's a situation that, Clyde, if they can get some points on the board right here, they're going to have some momentum going into halftime.
That's a long ways to go, 2:26. The ball spot at the 12. They have to go, 88? Looking for a big play is what the Flyers are looking for right now. Cook is going to hand off to Daniels. Daniel nowhere to go. He gets by the first defender, powers forward, and Daniels is going to get near a first down across the 20 to the 21. So that time a little bit of a mix-up, but it opened the hole for Daniels to get through.
It did, and they had him wrapped up, but Daniels was able to get away from that.
Clyde is in the hurry up, and it'd be nice if they could go ahead up and snap and move, right, Mike? But
yeah,
still looking over to the sideline. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes left in this first half. 21-7. Shelby with the lead. John Cullen and Mike Martin bringing you the action as here comes a man in motion. The near side is Lozier. They're going to give to Daniels again. He tries to bounce out to the outside, and I'm not sure if he got the first down or not, Mike. It looks like he got to the line of scrimmage and was going to be short, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's short. Bryson DeLauder again coming up and making that stop.
So 1:41 to go, 21-7. Again, Clyde with the football. Yeah, they're going to spot him back at the 21, so it's going to be 3rd down and short. All right, 2 receivers on the far, 1 in the near side. Cook's got Daniels next to him. Boy, that front 4 for Shelby has done well. And here goes Daniels. He gets stopped, and he does not get it.
Not even close.
Nope. The defensive line for the Whippets has stymied the Clyde Fliers, and they're going to have to punt the football back with 1:24 to go.
Marco Elbert came up, 6'3", 225, and was able to just hit him right in the hole, and there was nowhere for Daniels to go. And we've seen a lot of times this season, John, where, Daniels will get hit at the line of scrimmage and just carry or move forward for about 3 or 4 yards. Not happening tonight.
No. And for the Flyers, I think if you look at the way this game is being played out, they're going to have to go to a 2-minute type offense, and everything's going to have to be quick and gain as much clock as they can and get Shelby a little bit back on their feet. Because if they're just doing traditional, let's match up one-on-one, Shelby's won that battle long enough to know that they're going to have to change that up. On the defensive side, though, we'll see what Coach Dave Marty wants to call up to slow down the Shelby offense. 4th down and 1, and Cook back to punt. I don't believe Clyde's going to go for it. Yeah,
no, he's going to
pooch punt it too.
One would hope.
Yeah. Trying to draw them off sides. 18 seconds of counting. Play clock, though, is not up. And they're going to go for it.
No, he's going to pooch it.
Yep. So he'll step back for the punt. Now there he goes. It's a low snap, and boy, he gets a nice low snap punt off. It's going to hit and go forward, and they're going to down that right about the 41-yard line. So Shelby's going to get one more look at it, Mike.
This is a situation that, being up 21-7 right now, do you want to try and attempt and, put another score on the board before half with 1:16? That might make it kind of difficult. Or just,
absolutely.
Or just put it in the hands of Shepherd and get what you can get.
All right, the Whippets have it 1st and 10, moving right to left on their own 41-yard line. They're up 21-17. Shepherd looking. He's looking. He's looking right across the middle. It's going to be, oh, boy, I tell you what, between two defenders, near collision at the 40 of the Flyers, and that pass will stop the clock.
I don't think Andrew Bauer saw that ball coming.
No.
He had his eyes on the receiver, and that kind of went right past him. That could have been, disastrous for Shelby if they throw an interception right there and Clyde goes in and scores. But he was just lucky that Andrew Bauer had his eyes on the receiver.
Fisher's going to get the ball. Here he goes. And he's going to get hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. He's going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, Shelby is going to just take what they've got right now.
Shelby getting up Camden Walter. They're 6'3", 285-pound lineman getting up a little slow after that last play. They're going to let this... We have a stoppage of play. Now they're going to start the clock back up because of the injury to Walters. Walters is sitting off there to the right side. He's an awful good specimen right now.
At 285, he's a load on that line, both offense and defense.
Clyde brings in Abe Morrison into the ball game. So Shepherd's got his team up by 2 scores, 41 seconds to go, and they're going to go ahead and take a delay of game. Interesting. So they'll move it back. Not too many penalties on the side of the Shelby Whippets here tonight.
No, and any penalty that Clyde has had, Shelby has taken advantage of.
And move that back to the 36. So it'll be 36 seconds to go in this one. They're just going to run this out. Mike, I said they're going to give it to Owen Fisher. Not that they'll throw the football right now. 21-7 with the 2-score lead. They're looking to throw, looking, and quarterback Shepherd's in trouble. He's going to get hit. He's going to break one tackle, but not the second one. He'll get tackled. They'll keep the clock running, and they're going to stop.
And Clyde, I believe, is going to call a timeout.
4th down.
Yep, Clyde's calling a timeout.
4th and 19. Moves the ball back to the 30. Where are they going to spot him at? Right about the 34.
Shelby did not have another timeout to use.
Okay.
So, instead of, they wanted to run that clock as far as they could, so they took that penalty. And it was smart that he didn't throw the ball down the field because that would have stopped the clock. Then Clyde would have had one timeout left. So, and then wouldn't have had to use the timeout. But here's, by getting tackled inbounds, Clyde has to use that timeout with 27 seconds left. They're going to have to make something happen very quick.
Well, 27 seconds. They're going to have to punt the football. Clyde hasn't had a punt return for a touchdown yet this year. It'd be a good time to have one.
Yeah, this would be exceptional time to have one.
They're going to punt the football, so the Clyde defense shows up pretty well in there. We're going to have, obviously, a very good first half by the Shelby Whippets. Looking to punt the football. I believe Shepherd is the punter, and he gets it off. It's going to be end over end. And it's going to be fielded and fair catch by Wilson at the 34. So, Mike, you'll be working your way across the stadium to get your statistics here tonight here at halftime. When we go back at after our first initial break, we're going to go to Kyle Knight live, and he'll give us a rundown on the Bellevue first half or even maybe call some play-by-play while that game's done. And we get done with halftime, then we'll pick things up again. So it is 21-7, 21 seconds to go. Couple plays for the Flyers. And they're going to go into halftime trying to find out what do we got to do to shift things up a little bit against these Shelby Whippets. This is a very good football team they're playing here tonight. Jaden Cook's got 4 receivers in the set. Daniels to his side. He's looking to the left. He's stepping up in the pocket. He's going to get past another one. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught or not. Incomplete. And the Shelby coaches are having a fit right now.
Well, they think that number 23, who is David Ray, got held. And, he did kind of go down to the ground. I'm not going to say they might not have a complaint, but their coaches are letting officials know they saw something that the official did not see.
So 2nd and 10, 21-7, 14 seconds to go. Maybe 2 plays. We'll see. Cook, quarterback, looking. He's going to throw it up to Lozier. Lozier catches it, and he gets around the corner. Lozier down the left side. He gets knocked out of bounds at about the Clyde 47. No, 7 seconds left. And Lozier, he does a pretty good job once he gets around that corner and that little. They're giving the Bellevue score at halftime. And we've got Remington Norman slowly walking off the field right now. Well, Clyde's got to go all the way over to the other school, Mike. You can see where they're set on that side. Daniels to the left of Cook. And let's see if somehow Wilson can get one-on-one coverage. Looking back, looking for Wilson. Wilson is going to, they're going to throw Wilson and call Wilson for pass interference, offensive pass interference on the push.
And they'll decline that, and the half will end.
Yep. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a break here. It's going to be halftime here in Shelby. And the Shelby Whippets, boy, they're in control right now. Moving in at halftime, they'll get the ball to start the second half. It is going to be Shelby 21 and Clyde 7. Stay tuned for our halftime here on Eagle 99, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Save big and give your home a makeover at Fremont Floor Covering. Fall savings on in-stock flooring. Carpet rolls starting at 79 cents a square foot. Waterproof flooring starting at $2.69 a square foot. Ceramic and porcelain tile at $1.69 a square foot. Carpet tile starting at $1.50 a square foot. Remnants up to 50% off. And cash and carry savings on special order products. Stop into Fremont Floor Covering today for quality floor covering at affordable prices. Financing available. Fremont Floor Covering near North Front and State Streets.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Whether it's for the community we live in or guiding people with the biggest financial decisions of their lives, we believe in people helping people. If you live, work, worship, volunteer, or attend school in Sandusky, Ottawa, and parts of Seneca and Wood counties, you're eligible to join us. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
To our Stein Hospice nurses, you are the educators, communicators, patient advocates, and decision makers. You are the hand holders, the 3 a.m. voice of comfort and reason. You become the around-the-clock best friend, the calming voice, the familiar face of compassion. You are the calming presence of Stein Hospice to all of our patients and families. To many, you are guardian angels. To us, you are the glue that holds our teams together, and we thank you.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
And welcome back to our halftime report here tonight. In the game you're listening to, Shelby leads Clyde 21-7. It's Kyle Knight at Bellevue, where the Redmen trail Van Wert by a score of 21-0. We had no scoring in the entire first quarter. In fact, Bellevue started the game with 3 straight punts, but then things got very interesting late in the first quarter. With 1:50 to go in the opening quarter, Van Wert fumbled at their own 5. However, the officials said the running back was down by contact. So then on 4th down, Van Wert runs a fake punt at their own 6-yard line, and the punter ran it all the way out to the 35-yard line. On the very next play, they ran a double reverse pass. Crutchfield to Pratt, 55 yards. That set them up for their opening score, which came with 11:34 to play in the first half. And that was the first touchdown by senior quarterback Owen Treese, the 5'11", 190-pound senior, playing very well in this ball game. He scored from 2 yards out. McCracken added the point after. It was 7-0. And then right after that, Bellevue fumbles the kickoff. It took less than a minute for Van Wert to capitalize. Treese then on another 2-yard run. McCracken's point after. It was 14-0. Now, Bellevue was on the move. In fact, they were at the Van Wert 37-yard line on their next drive. They faced 4th and 1, but could not convert the 4th down, so they turn it back to Van Wert. Then Bellevue, on their next drive, went down to the Van Wert Van Wert went to the Bellevue 27, but could not score. Then Bellevue had the ball in Van Wert territory at the 39 and turned the ball over. Then the final score of the first half, Treese to Pratt on a 3-yard touchdown pass. The point after by McCracken was good, and it was 21-0. Now, this game could have been 27 or 28-0 as Van Wert was driving late in the first half, and Deegan Horn came up with a pick near the end zone, and that saved what was a very poor first half for Bellevue offensively and defensively as they trail this ball game by a score of 21-0. Again, it could have been 27 or 28, but Deegan Horn came up with that pick. Bellevue has moved the ball at times, but just have had several turnovers in the first half and just not been that successful offensively. And, of course, they've given up the 21 points to the Van Wert Cougars. Now, in the game, as said, you're listening to, Shelby currently leads Clyde by a score of 21-7. So the winner of this game will take on the winner of Shelby and Clyde next week. Now, Bellevue, as being the number 1 seed, should they advance, they would get a home game next week. Now, as we look at the brackets, so Van Wert comes into this ball game as the number 5 seed. Shelby is the number 2 seed, and obviously Clyde is the 11 seed. So Clyde is the lowest seed of any team remaining, so they would not get to host should they come back and beat Shelby. So either Bellevue or Van Wert or Shelby will have the opportunity to host next week's game. But again, a lot of football left. We have 24 minutes of football remaining here at Bellevue as Bellevue trails by a score of 21-0. Again, Shelby on top of Clyde by a score of 21-7. So we'll see if Bellevue can take care of the ball a little better in the second half. Again, they had several turnovers in the opening half. And Van Wert really did a great job moving the ball with big chunks in that second quarter en route to a 21-0 advantage, almost punching in another score before halftime. Interesting fact about this game. So Ed Nasani's been here 30 years. He is currently 19-16 in the playoffs. Coming into this year, he was 17-16. Of course, they've had the playoff wins over Gallion and Kenton. So Ed is 19-16 in his 30 years in the playoffs. So he's looking for playoff win number 20. We'll keep you up to date on what's happening as we're about a minute away from kicking off the second half here in Bellevue between the Redmen and the Cougars. And so far, it's been all Van Wert as they lead it 21-0. Again, Shelby on top of Clyde, 21-7. We'll send you back to Shelby after we take this timeout. You're listening to Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football, again here on Eagle 99.
Looking for insurance but have a language barrier? See Welty Insurance Group for a comprehensive quote that you can understand. Welty agents will take the time to explain policies and benefits to you, even in Spanish or sign language. Our family protecting yours. Call Welty Insurance Group for insurance quotes you can trust at 419-334-4477. Welty Insurance Group, representing Erie Insurance in Sandusky, Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, and Cary, and at weltyinsurance.com.
For more than 70 years, Fremont Federal Credit Union has grown in financial strength and soundness. When you deposit money into a credit union, you become a member owner. While other financial institutions pay profits to outside stockholders, credit unions return their net earnings back to their members through higher dividends on savings and lower rates on loans. Just recently, Fremont Federal was recognized by DepositAccounts.com as one of the top healthiest credit unions in the nation. This report shows that we are a safe and secure place to keep your money. We're really proud of this distinction and its reflection on our organization. Being recognized as a top financially healthy credit union in Ohio is a testament to both our employees and our members, who work together to provide the best financial care to our local community. We make it our goal to offer products and services that are tailored to each of our members' needs. It's just another value of membership with us. If you're looking for a strong, stable financial institution, call us at 419-334-4434 or stop into any of our 6 locations today. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Craving turkey? We have the meats. You won't have to wait until Thanksgiving. Come to Arby's now for delicious deep-fried turkey, marinated for juicy, flavorful bite after bite. Try all of Arby's deep-fried turkey goodness. Turkey clubs and market-fresh cranberry turkey sandwiches and wraps, stacked with deep-fried turkey breast. Think of it as practice for Thanksgiving. Arby's, we have the meats. In Fremont, Port Clinton, Clyde, and Huron. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
And welcome back to Shelby. It is 21-7, your in-game scoreboard by Fremont Athletic Supply. And the Shelby Whippets, they on top by 14 against the Clyde Fliers. I tell you, Shelby came out early, and they wanted to make a statement, and they did. Clyde got the football and went 3 and out, really could not gain a yard. As they, I believe the Shelby Whippets have dialed in a pretty good defense against Daniels for Clyde. So Michael Daniels unable to get, some of the line push that he's used to, and they stopped Clyde. Clyde had to punt. The very next play, Fisher, he took it off the right side. It got a great seal block on the outside, cut right up the sideline, and he went 68 yards for the score with the extra point good. And that was at, with a minute 15 into the ball game. They were able to get the lead at 7-0. When Clyde got the ball back, and this time they had an 11-play drive, kind of spit and sputtered down the sideline a little bit, but they moved the ball to the 34 of Shelby. Were unable to get any more yardage, and they fell back to their own 34, and they had to punt. And then Shelby went 8 plays, 69 yards with a Lance 24-yard touchdown pass with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. And they were up 14-0. It was an 8-play, 69-yard drive. And to be honest, the nice quarterbacking of Marshall Shepard has made a difference because Marshall Shepard threw the ball pretty well, but he's had some direct quarterback draws that have worked effectively to open up the middle of the defense. And so that Clyde did answer, though. After being down 14-0, Clyde came back with a 15-play, 69-yard drive. And that was ending with Wilson with a 9-yard score at 8:53 to make it 14-7. And Shelby came back with a 13-play drive. They went 65 yards to Fisher on a 7-yard run with 4:48 to go. And then both teams punted 5 times, or 4 punts in the last 4 minutes of the first half, as both teams kind of shut down them. But it was a couple big penalties by the Flyers that kept that drive alive for Shelby. That eventually ended up in the end zone. And 21-7, they take the lead. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout here. When we get back, we'll see if Mike Martin's ready with his stats. If not, we'll kick it back to Kyle Knight and get some live update coverages from Bellevue. Bellevue at half was down 21-0. Clyde right now 21-7 down to Shelby Whippets. Shelby will get the ball to start the second half of play. Again, we'll remind you remind you that we appreciate you listening to us, all of our sponsors, for being able to make this possible here as we bring you semifinal action here on the BAS Sports Network. So stay tuned for our second half. Again, 21-7, Shelby on top. We'll be back after this on Eagle 99.
Frickers has just what you want, everyday values. Monday, boneless frickin' chicken wings. Tuesday, traditional frickin' chicken wings. Wednesday, steak day at Frickers. Thursday, frickin' chicken chunks. Whether it's dine-in, carry-out, delivery, or order online at frickers.com. Everyday values are available at only one place. Dine in, carry out, delivery, and new at Frickers. Order online at frickers.com.
Happy Halloween, all you ghosts and ghouls! Here in Transylvania, we take trick-or-treating very seriously. Okay, look, this isn't Transylvania, it's Ohio, but we still take trick-or-treating very seriously. And everyone knows that the only place for Halloween decorations, costumes, candy, and treats is Discount Drug Mart. Drug Mart is your one-stop Halloween shop. Always quick, always convenient, with scary good savings. And remember, I don't drink wine. But if I did, Discount Drug Mart has a great selection.
Members save more at Friendship. Register for your Friendship loyalty card today and enjoy member perks like free coffee Mondays and member promotions on great items like Rockstar 16-ounce cans, 3 for $3.77, where with every purchase, members get entered for a chance to win an Xbox One collector's console. Plus, everyday great deals on Muddy Buddy and Gardetto chips, 2 for $4. Hostess singles, 2 for $3, and 20-ounce Coke bottles, 3 for $4. Stop in today. Friendship, you're always welcome.
Hospice volunteers accompany people along the journey of a serious or life-threatening illness. They assist with office duties, provide bereavement support, and serve in countless ways to raise funds that keep Stein Hospice running. By sharing their time, energy, and expertise, our volunteers bring compassion and dedication to everything they do. We celebrate them every day.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
Well, welcome back. And again, it's halftime. We're about 3 minutes away. Neither one of the teams are actually on the field yet. So let's see if Mike Martin can give us any action. Mike just doing double duty right now. He had to run all the way to the other side of the field to try and get the official statistics for us here tonight. Mike, I know you haven't had a chance to analyze anything, but why don't you take a few minutes if you can, or if you want me to, I'll go ahead and run some team stats while you want to look over those individuals, and then that'll give you a chance to get your breath. So first downs, Clyde had 8, 10 for Shelby. If we're looking at yards gained rushing, 150 for Shelby right now, 83 for Clyde. Passes attempted, Clyde 15. Shelby's only passed 6 times. They're 3 of 6. Clyde 6 of 15. So here's your total net yards, 192 for the Whippets, 112 for Clyde. Total offensive plays, Clyde's run 37, Shelby 26. Here's your big one right here, Mike. Average gain per play, Clyde 3 yards, Shelby 7.4. Again, penalties. Clyde 6 penalties for 51 yards. That penalty late in the game for Shelby was the first one for 5 yards. Clyde punted 4 times for 37.5 yard average, twice for Shelby, 32.5. Possession time, 14 minutes for Clyde, 9 for Shelby. Clyde was 3 of 10 on third down. Shelby 1 of 6. Clyde was 3 of 3 on fourth down. That's a big stat right there.
Yeah, it is.
Shelby 2 of 2. So both teams always on fourth down will go for it. And those are your team stats. Now maybe some individual ones, Mike, if you have a chance.
Yeah, Clyde has Michael Daniels, 17 attempts, has 64 yards, an average of 3.8 yards per carry. Shelby, Owen Fisher, 14 attempts, 110 yards, and he has 2 touchdowns right now. Jaden Cook has 15 attempts, completed 6, no interceptions, has 1 touchdown. Marcia Shepard, like you said, was only 3 of 6, 46 yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving, Brady Wilson has 3 catches, 22 yards, 1 touchdown. Andrew Cobble has 2 catches, 14 yards. Will Lozier has 1 for 13. For Shelby, Cody Lance has 1 for 24, has that touchdown. Andre Hill has 1 for 12. Connor Hinkle has 1 for 10. I want to thank John and Evan Patanko for this season, helping me get all these stats, and they are the official stats, John.
All right, well, we appreciate what you had to do for that. So I think what we're going to do is, let's see what we're going to do here. I believe we've taken our spots. So we've got a couple minutes before we kick off. I think what we'll do is let's see if we can get some live coverage from up at Bellevue from Kyle Knight. Kyle, if you've got some action for us, I'm sure you do with your second half's already started. let's find out where things are at for Bellevue and Van Wert.
All right, thank you very much, John. It's been all tricks and no treats for the Redmen. They were driving the ball and had their fourth turnover. Right now, Van Wert with the ball at the Bellevue 1, leading at 21-0. Quarterback Owen Treese running it right up the middle, and it looks like he'll be stopped at the goal line. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 here for Van Wert. Again, 5:38 to play, third quarter. Van Wert 21, Bellevue 0. Bellevue has 4 turnovers in this ball game. The farthest they have gotten is to the 27-yard line of Van Wert, but they have been their own worst enemy. So 3rd down and 1. Again, quarterback Owen Tracy has had a great night. He will run it left side and run it in for his 3rd touchdown of the night from 1 yard out, and that score comes with 5:08 remaining in the third quarter. And there is a late flag here, so let's see what the flag is all about. But Owen Treese, if that stands, it's his 3rd touchdown running to go along with a touchdown pass. He is a 5'11", 190-pound senior for the Van Wert Cougars. This team came in with a record of 7-1. Bellevue, of course, perfect on the year at 8-0. They're talking with Ed Nasani, and I think it's a unsportsmanlike penalty, so they will take that on the kickoff then and get 15 yards on the kickoff. To attempt the point after is McCracken. He's perfect. They don't get very far over the upright, but they do get over the upright. They're high and short. Let's see what he does here, as he is now 4 of 4. So with 5:08 to play, John, in the third quarter, Van Wert has extended their lead to 28-0. Again, the biggest key right now for Bellevue is they have 4 turnovers in the football game. It's Kyle Knight from Bellevue, and John, will send it back to you at Shelby with the Clyde Fliers here on Eagle 99.
All right, Kyle, thanks so much. So we're just a little bit under a minute here before they get ready for the kickoff, and Sidney Holman's still out there trying, attempting some extra points, Mike, from different distances. But is Shelby with the lead, Mike? Let's be honest. They commanded the first half, and so now the Whippets are going to get the ball. Clyde has to do a couple things. I mean, we've seen games change always, but Clyde has a formidable opponent. So they need to hold Shelby, get the ball, and score. All of a sudden, things get a little tighter when the lead's only 7 points. And then you're looking for big plays, whether it's turnovers or some errors that cause you to get some momentum. This Clyde team has not played with momentum all game so far.
Yeah, and one thing that makes it very difficult when you are down 21-7 to try to figure out what you're going to do, because actually right now Shelby's owning the line of scrimmage both sides of the ball.
Right.
And when you're on the downside of that, it's awful difficult to decide, okay, what are we going to do? You know, are we going to have to try to get it outside? We're going to have trickeration. You know, we're going to have to do something.
Well, Clyde's done better with the short intermediate stuff. Let's see what they do. There's the kickoff. Cook is going to kick it off, and it's going to be fumbled and downed at the 34. So Shelby gets 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. So moving left to right will be the Shelby Whippets in their home red jerseys with white. Look a little bit like Ohio State, I would say, right? They got that look. From what I understand, the Ohio State Buckeyes were up 14-0 in the first quarter against Penn State. And trying to find their way into this season 2020. Let's see what Shelby does. Let's see if they just want to hang on to the ball and run clock, or if they want to open it up. 2 receivers to each side for the Whippets. And Fisher now to the right side. And they hand off to Fisher. He tries to get to the outside. He's going to get hit and drugged down. And nice job on the outside by Caden Berger. Caden Berger came right up from that linebacker spot, ran him and wrestled him right down for no gain.
Yeah, there was nobody that came out on Caden Berger, so he was able to get outside around the end, come up, and, you know, that's one of the first times that we've seen Owen Fisher go down with one tackler.
He grabbed him from behind. All right, let's see what happens. 2nd down for the Whippets. Of course, you can hear the field announcer. He's done a great job here tonight. And they're going to give it to the quarterback again. The quarterback's going to keep it this time, and he'll lean forward. And Shepard, he's a dangerous little runner. I tell you what, Shepard's good size is 6'2", 170, and he picks up about 6 or 7 on that run, makes it all the way up to the 40-yard line. We'll say a pickup of 6. It'll be third down and a long 4.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Fake pitch out to Fisher, and then took it back to the right side. Created a little bit of seam for him to pick up some yards.
Just underway. And right now we've got Connor Hankel out there not quite sure what to do. There he gets split out to the left side. Shepard to Fisher. Fisher off the left side. He breaks the tackle, and he'll get the first down. Up to the 47. Pickup of 7, 1st and 10, Shelby. So, Mike, tonight, Owen Fisher, I would say we've seen a lot of good running backs this year. Owen Fisher, probably the most decisive running back that we've seen.
I would have to agree with that, John. And, at 5'7", 180, not a real big back, but he's running like he's a big back right now.
Handoff. Fisher again. This time he gets met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So Clyde defense obviously is very well coached. They're going to make some adjustments, Mike, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to figure out, okay, how are we going to match up against this guy? So I make it 2nd down and 10 from the 47. They're moving left to right as you listen to it tonight. Here on your radio, John Cullen, Mike Martin bringing you the action down in Shelby. 21-7, Shelby with the lead with the ball to start the second half of play. Shepard's going to pitch it out to Owen. This time it's Berger again, and Berger's going to set him back. And they finally blow the whistle, and that time Caden Berger stepping up on the defense for Clyde.
Yeah, nice job by Berger just reading that, coming around to the outside. Again, if you're going to run a play like that, you would think they want to pull someone around to get on that linebacker, but nobody was there. So Caden Berger came unabandoned and with no one on him to be able to hit Fisher right there at the line of scrimmage and is driving back.
One of the few seniors on this Clyde team on this defense. So Caden Berger making some memories here tonight. So it's going to be 3rd down and long, 9:08 to go. Shepard back to throw, and there's a little bit of hold out there, but Shepard trying to turn the corner, and he's going to run with it, and it's going to be Shepard getting hit and dropped. He will not get the first down. That time he turned the corner, and it looked like to me it was maybe Bauer on the tackle.
Yep, Bauer came up and did a nice job of putting that hit on him, drove him back, and kept him short of that first down.
4th down, and we'll say about 2. And that's a nice scramble that time by Shepard. I tell you what, he's been the X factor, Mike, I believe. Every time they needed a play, he's been able to make it. The wind's picked up a little bit here tonight, here for this second half. And then each team has converted on 4th down in this ball game. 4th down for Shelby. Fisher and Shepard. Fisher and Shepard. They're going to go ahead, and it's going to be Shepard with it. He'll get the first down, and he'll get hit and dropped at the Clyde 40-yard line. So that's to the 39. So quarterback keeper, again, Shepard not afraid to call his number, Mike, and nice job up to the side. They fake the handoff to Fisher, and he goes off left guard for the first down.
Yeah, as soon as Shepard acts like he's going to pitch that ball to Owen, then the defense kind of goes that way, and it gives him a seam to the left or to the right.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the third, 21-7. Now they will pitch it out here to Fisher. Fisher's going to get hit and knocked out of bounds.
Every time they tried that play so far this half, Clyde has been able to come up and shut that play down. So, they've tried it to the left. Now they're trying it to the right, and they're not getting anything with that. So you're going to see that play probably a little fake off of something coming from that.
It's going to be Jaron Bolger, the junior, with a nice tackle there to get Fisher out wide. 2nd down, and they're going to call it 10, so they'll say no gain. Shepard back. He's looking right. He's going down the seam. He's got to... And they're going to go ahead and call.
Yeah,
they're going to call a holding penalty by Wilson. Actually, Wilson didn't have to hold him because the ball was uncatchable.
Yeah, and that's something that, that makes it real easy for the official when you're pulling on the back of the receiver's jersey and it's coming off his body. And it was very visible and very obvious that Wilson was trying to slow him down by tugging on that jersey.
So move the ball up to the 24, and that will make it 1st and 10.
And that's something, John, that we said it happened in the first half. They capitalize on those penalties. Like,
right.
If they capitalize and put it in the end zone here, then that's going to be huge for them.
Owen Fisher gets the seam up the middle. There he goes at the 10, the 5, and he gets hit and goes into the end zone for the score. So you just said it, Mike.
Exactly. That's it. You capitalize on, what the defense, the penalties that you're going to have against them, just like a turnover. You're able to put that ball in the end zone, and that's what Shelby was able to do right there.
Yeah, because that pass was uncatchable, and that gave them the first down. And, boy, Fisher got the break off to the right side, found the seam, and had enough wheels to get in the end zone. That'll be a 24-yard run by Fisher. And going on for the extra point here. So Clyde in a big hole. There's a snap, there's a kick. It's end over end, and it is going to be good. And we've got our Fremont Athletic Supply in-game scoreboard. It is now Shelby 28 and Clyde 7. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff after this on Eagle 99, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Burns. We have it all.
Now is the time to consider replacing your old appliances. Don't wait till they break. Quality and energy-efficient brands can be purchased at Burns. The selection of well-known appliance brands will give you the wow look you want and save energy. Burns is open late till 8 every Monday and Thursday. Burns also delivers and provides in-home service. Stop at Burns today at 116 East Market Street in downtown Tiffin or at BurnsElectric.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
All right, welcome back to Shelby. 7:03 to go here in the third quarter. Shelby gets the ball. They go down, Mike, a little over 4, almost 5 minutes, and they get into the end zone. Fisher with a 24-yard run, and it is 28-7. Now our Fremont Athletic Supply in-game scoreboard. Clyde now is going to have to move quick. Hurry up offense, Mike. It's going to be Clyde throwing the bubble screen. It's going to be caught over there and trying to get somewhere with the football. Is a receiver and running into the middle of the defense with Andrew Bauer. There's nowhere to go right there. And he catches the ball, and he slips and falls, and they're going to put him right about, where they're going to spot it, about the 34. So maybe a pickup too. Bellevue has gotten on the board, and it's 28-8 in the third, but there's a penalty against Clyde, and the penalty's starting to add up for the Flyers.
Yep, this is something that Clyde cannot, afford to do, is shooting himself in the foot.
Well, it's hard enough playing against this pretty solid Shelby defense. I mean, they're a good team. They got the nice blend of size and speed. There's going to be first down and 18 for Clyde. And they're going to give it up the middle and nowhere to go for Daniels.
Nathan Zenner was right there standing in that hole. That gives Zenner, that's his 36th tackle on the season.
Second down, and we'll call it 18 from the 24, moving right to left. Jaden Cook looking for that one play to get this offense on roll, Mike. And they've got to do it in a hurry. He's back to throw. He's got time. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to get sacked again. He gets thrown down with a patch and back to the 12-yard line, loss of 12. And right now it's pin your ears back and pin the tail on the quarterback against Clyde, because right now all Shelby.
Yep, Nathan Zenner, that gives him his 6th sack on the season. And he came again, just got through that line of scrimmage. Cook had nowhere to go. I mean, he couldn't get to the outside because Zenner was on him that quick.
All right, and it looks like Bellevue just got an interception. So let's see if the Redmen have a little bit of second-half magic in them, Mike. Clyde right now moving in the wrong direction. 28-7 with the ball. 3rd and about 30. Cook looking back. He's going to throw a screen pass over here, and it's going to be caught to Daniels. And Daniels is going to get set back at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 3, and Clyde will punt the football.
Yeah, Bryson Delauder was right there. Obviously, this Shelby team has scouted Clyde very well because they were sitting on that play. They knew that was coming. As soon as Cook turned his shoulders that way, Delauder was right there to make that stop.
Cook's had a busy night punting the football.
Yeah, we haven't had to say that very often.
No, not at all. I mean, he had maybe at least 3, maybe 4 punts in the first half, and here he is punting again, but this time he's standing at his own goal line. And that time he barely gets it off. It's a little bit of a line drive, but it is going to give a good bounce across the 50, and it looks like they're going to down that right down at about the 41-yard line. So Shelby 1st and 10 with the lead at the 41. And right now the Whippets, Mike, they're in a position right here. A score here could put some significant ice on this ball game.
Yeah, it might shut the door.
Clyde defense looking for somebody to make a play. So either way, we get a break. We'll go up and get Kyle Knight in here, as it looks like Bellevue trying to make a little push. Fisher with the football, stutters, gets hit, and he gets dropped. He'll get maybe a half a yard at the most. All right, Ray with a 44-yard touchdown for Bellevue. So Bellevue now, hopefully if they get the 8, be 28-16. And we'll go, as soon as we get a break, we'll go up to Kyle and find out if Bellevue's working their way back into that ballgame. Right now the Flyers are not. 4:05 to go here in the 3rd. And Shepard at quarterback in complete command so far tonight. Under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd. And it's going to be Shepard keeping it himself, and he will get hit, but this time he gets dropped. And he'll get up to about the 44.
At times, Dylan Overmeyer came up from the linebacker spot, met him right in the hole. One thing that they're doing is they are giving a lot of room to Lance. Wilson is giving Lance about 7-8 yards, so the quick hitter, could be there for Shelby.
3:30 to go, 28-7. Your in-game scoreboard by Fremont Athletic Supply. Shelby with the lead with the ball. 3rd down and 7. Pretty big play of the ball game, Mike, right now. Flyers can hold here. Let's see what's going to happen. And they're looking over that way. They are. And it's going to be caught. You called it, Mike, and it's going to be a 1st down, I believe, at the Clyde 48. And you called that, Coach.
Yeah, they're 10 yards off, and there's no way that your defensive back is going to be able to come up and stop him if you need 6 yards to get that 1st down, which they just did.
Of course, stop and go would work perfect right now off that pass play, too. So Shelby keeps the ball, keeps the lead. 2:55 and counting. Shepard looking for the snap. There he goes. He's still looking on that sides pattern. Right now, those two are fighting. It's going to be caught out of bounds. So you hear the cowbells right in front of us here, and the cowbells are ringing heavy.
They definitely are.
So that pass is going to be incomplete as it was intended for Cody Lance, but Lance ran out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a good job by Wilson to force him to go out of bounds.
Better defense by Wilson.
Kind of forced him to get out of bounds. Now, he caught that ball. He caught it at a high point. That was a nice catch, but he had 1 foot out of bounds when he caught it.
Well, Wilson has proven to be a pretty good defender. Got caught on that last drive a little bit, but he has been very solid here this year. 3 receivers to the far side now for Shelby, 1 to the near side. And Fisher to the left of Shepard. And here we go. It's going to be Fisher just jooting his way back and forth. Picks up about 8. He gets to the Clyde 42. Actually, pick up a 6. And I'll make it 3rd down and short. 3rd and we'll say 3. 2:30 and counting here early.
Yeah, that time Robbie Greensley kind of took himself out of the play because he went across the line and went a little bit too deep, and Fisher was past him by that time instead of sliding down the line of scrimmage. He's made some really good plays when he slides down that line of scrimmage, but when he gets too far in the backfield, Fisher gets past it and he gets those extra yards.
3rd down and 3, 28-14. Bellevue misses the extra point. 28-14, Van Wert over Bellevue. And here comes Fisher to the outside, and he'll get hit and dropped, and he will not get the 1st down.
Nice job by Blue Norman right there. And that time, Robbie, whoa, that's going to cost them 15. Yeah, right. Robert Greenslade just made a nice play there and then just got pushed over top of
another Clyde player.
Yeah, that was over Blue Norman. I mean, he just got shoved right in the chest, and that'll cost Shelby 15.
It's going to be 4th down, and that's after. Well, they're saying that they don't want to take the penalty. That penalty's got to be against Shelby, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, number 50 was like, should we take this? No, they're going to say against both. Oh man.
No.
There's no way that's no way.
Not unless there were some verbal accusations going on down on the field that we did not see or could not hear. But the end result of that was Greenslade getting pushed in the chest and ended up on his backside.
So it's going to be 4th down and a long 3, 1:53 and counting, 28-7. Shelby with the ball, Shelby with the lead. And let's see what the Whippets want to do. Generally, in this case, Mike, they've gone to Shepard. And Shepard looks like he's going to pooch punt.
He's going to punt it.
And he's going to kick it in over. Nice job by Clyde to field the football, unless they gave it up. And it's going to be a fumble by Andrew Bauer. Bauer lost it. He was going to pick it up and run it. Now it's going to be 1st and 10. Shelby at the Clyde 10-yard line.
Yeah, the first indication, John, you were correct. A nice job by Clyde to stop him from getting any closer to the goal line, but you've got to handle that ball, and Shelby was right there to take advantage of it.
Fremont floor covering a red zone by the Shelby Whippets. Low snap, and we're going to have a procedure penalty against Shelby.
I would have to say it looked like Fisher was headed towards that line a little bit too quick, getting a little anxious to get that ball.
1:26 and counting here. We'd like to go get an update from Kyle Knight, but with the no timeouts and no stoppage here, we can't get a chance to get up there to him, but we will. 28-14. Last we heard, Van Wert on top of Bellevue, but in this case right now, it's Shelby trying to go ahead and go up by 4 scores against Clyde. And the way Clyde offense has been tonight, you're not going to expect that. So what are we pointing at the Clyde defense right now, the referees? Oh, so Clyde has a legal substitution on top of it?
Oh, and
puts it to the 5.
All right, well, I guess Owen Fisher did not move forward. At least the officials did not see him move forward.
Yeah, well, there's procedure. They threw the flag, but here we go, Fisher. He's going to get it. No, it's going to be Shepard. Shepard looking in the end zone. He's going to throw it over here. It's going to be knocked away, intercepted by Clyde at the 2-yard line. All right, we're going to take a quick 30-second up to Bellevue and get an update from Kyle Knight. Kyle?
All right, thank you very much, John. Here it was 2 Keegan Ray touchdown runs late in the third quarter, one from 3 yards out, and then a 44-yard thing of beauty by Keegan Ray to make it 28-14. Now Van Wert is right now in the red zone. In fact, quarterback Treese just takes it down to the 1-yard line. So Van Wert knocking on the door, leading 28-14, 9:14 to play in the ball game. It's Kyle Knight from Bellevue. John, back to you.
All right, thanks so much. So Clyde with the interception. Liz Bolger with the interception. So Clyde with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 3. Not a friendly place to be. So Jaden Cook in his end zone. He's back. He's rolling. He's going to step. He's going to throw a seam out here. It's going to be caught with the football at the 50, at the 40, and tackled at the 38-yard line. And that was Griffin Nuffs. And Nuffs with the big pass play to they're going to spot him at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that time he beat Owen Fisher. He beat Owen Fisher down the field.
So that was 43, 53, 56-yard pass play. So Clyde finally does get one pass to go deep. 51 seconds to go here in the third. Jaden Cook looking. He's in the pocket. He's got to roll. He's rolling. He throws it over here. It's going to be caught. And it'll be at the 30. It'll be 1st and 10. Clyde at the 19-yard line. So the Flyers are in the Fremont floor covering red zone.
Yeah, Cody Lance was able to make that stop, but Wilson did a great job of just finding that little open seam right along the sideline.
35 seconds and counting. Cook back. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be to Lozier. Lozier gets a block. He turns, and he gets out of bounds at about the 15. And we'll stop the clock and pick up about 4 with that pass play.
Yeah, Lozier had a nice pie face on Marco Elbert, just pushing him right in the face mask.
People thought that was holding, but he didn't hold the face mask.
He didn't grab the face mask. He just, like we used to call it back in the day, give him a pie face.
A little pie face, Mike. You're dating yourself.
Thanks.
All right, so here we go, 28-7. Clyde threatening real quick here. That interception gave Clyde a little bit of life back at their own 3. And they're going to give to Kyle Overmeyer. He puts his head down the fullback, and he powers. It's just, Mike's having fun on that. You know, he likes to make fun of me.
It does.
I
did
that
it
was,
earlier,
that was
bro.
Dylan Overmeyer on the carry. He's going to get it down to about the 12. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 as Clyde with the football. And right now we're going to have the end of the quarter. And so the end of 3, it's Shelby 28 and Clyde 7. Clyde threatening. We'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Hi, it's Eagle 99 and 92 on the Wolf Sports Director Kyle Knight for Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. When it comes to outfitting the sports staff here at the radio station, we go to Juan and Athletic Supply. Athletic Supply offers us affordable prices on shirts and pullovers and handles all the custom embroidery. No matter what your sport, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or volleyball, you'll find the equipment and clothing you need to make you look good and play good. So get in the game at Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Craving turkey? We have the meats. You won't have to wait until Thanksgiving. Come to Arby's now for delicious deep-fried turkey, marinated for juicy, flavorful bite after bite. Try all of Arby's deep-fried turkey goodness. Turkey clubs and market-fresh cranberry turkey sandwiches and wraps, stacked with deep-fried turkey breast. Think of it as practice for Thanksgiving. Arby's, we have the meats. In Fremont, Port Clinton, Clyde, and Huron. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
All right, we're back into the 4th quarter right now, 28-7. Shelby with the lead. Clyde has the football. They have 3rd down and short, and they're at the 12-yard line. So 4-down territory. The Flyers would like to get back on the board. Again, 18 of 22 starters replaced on last year's Division IV championship team. And here comes Daniels. And he's going to get to the 10. And, boy, depending on that, they're going to give him the 1st down. And that will be a 1st down as the side judge marks it forward. 1st and 10, 1st and goal at the 10 for Clyde.
Yeah, Logan Green came up and made that stop, pulled him down from behind.
So Clyde quick with the line of scrimmage. They're going to be in 2-minute offense, Mike, the rest of the way. And now they're going to shift the offense, so they're going to replace the ball. They place the ball in the center of the field. Now they're going to replace it at the hash.
You know, that's tough for Clyde because they were trying to go hurry up right there.
Right. Jaden Cook up under center. He's going to give to Daniels. Daniels gets off one block, but gets across the 10. They're going to tackle him down about the 7, so maybe 3. He's 2nd down and goal at the 7. Quick score, Mike, by Clyde, and then you got to hope your defense can get the ball back.
Right.
So 2nd and goal at the 7. One receiver to the far side, double wing set for Clyde. He's showing full power run here. Daniels now moves right behind Jaden Cook. Jaden Cook with the ball gives to Daniels. Daniels gets up the middle. He gets hit, though, by the linebacker, but he'll get down to just inside the 5 to about the 4. So it'll be 3rd down and goal at the 4.
Yeah, Ingram, nice job of coming up and making that stop, just meeting him at the hole. But that time, Daniels did a pretty good job of keeping the feet driving, getting that extra yard.
Big play here. 3rd down and 4. Field goal doesn't do Clyde any favors, Mike. Here.
Absolutely not.
2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Here comes, it looks like a player in motion now. Stop. Cook looking to throw. He's looking to go out here. And that's going to be pass interference. It'll be 1st and goal at the goal line. That's going to be interference against Shelby. And that'll give them 1st down, Mike, won't it? Is that automatic 1st down or not?
I'm not 100% sure of that. What I can tell you, though, is number 21,
at the goal line.
Andre Hill tried to come over top and knock that ball down. As he was trying to go through over top, he went through the receiver.
Mm-hmm. Now they're going to leave the down marker, at 3rd. So it will be 3rd and 1, so it's not automatic first down.
No, it is
marked it at the 2. See if Clyde can punch it in. There's a whole lot of meat and potatoes up there right now, and it's going to be a penalty, and they're going to call procedure against Clyde.
Oh, my goodness. What, that's one thing that you're right there knocking on the door on the 2-yard line, and now you're on the 7. What a big difference that play call is going to be, from the 2 to the 7.
Well, see, Mike, the thing, too, is remember, you're down. You're losing. It's important. And you lose focus.
And obviously that's a big loss of focus.
Clyde's had
right
more
there.
penalties in this game than we've seen from them in a long, long time. See if Jaden Cook can make something happen. He's looking. He's going to throw into the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown. Jaden Cook, perfect pitch and catch into the end zone to Wilson. Score, Clyde.
Yeah, that was a great pattern by Wilson. Great pattern. He just took Andre Hill. Andre Hill thought he was going to go to the center of the field, stuck his foot in the ground, went to the out right at the pylon, and before he made that break, Cook threw the ball. It was right where it was supposed to be. Get that 6 points.
So, Flyers with the extra point. And Sidney Holman will attempt it. That was a 10-play, 97-yard drive by Clyde. And let's see if Holman can convert. Cobble's the holder. There's a snap, the hold, there's a kick. It's up, end over end, and it is good. So Holman makes it and was now 28-14. Clyde cuts into that lead. We'll take a timeout here on Eagle 99.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, the Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Fremont Federal Credit Union is committed to fostering, preserving, and cultivating a culture of diversity and inclusion. I believe it is crucially important that as a credit union, we have a commitment to serve others where the diversity of our members enriches us. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Flyers. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
All right, welcome back. It is 28-14 now. We had mirror scores between Bellevue and Van Wert and Clyde and Shelby. Both 28-14, but Van Wert and Shelby in the driver's seat. Van Wert, we'll get an update from Kyle Knight as soon as we get a chance here. On the Shelby side, they've got the ball and they've got the lead. And they're going to hand off to Owen Fisher, and he's going to get hit up the middle. Nothing to do. Nothing to go. So is Shelby going to play conservative now, Mike?
I would think that they probably would, because when they were down there ready to score and they threw a pass, when you got Owen Fisher, who's been running the ball very well and effective, except for that run right there because of Blue Norman and Walker Britt, who stuffed that hole up. You don't want to take those chances and put Clyde back into this ball game.
So they're going to go and split Fisher out to the right. And they're going to go ahead and quarterback keep up the middle. And this time, nice solid play on the Clyde defense. It gets across about to the 43. Shepard does. That's going to make it 3rd down and long. 3rd down and a long 7.
Walker Britt and Jaron Bolger are able to come up and make that stop.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts. Again, your athletic supply scoreboard, 28-14 Shelby with the lead. Clyde just scored. Pulled within 2. Big 3rd down play for Shelby right now, Mike, especially for momentum. 3 receivers at the far side. Fisher here to the left. Let's see if they run to the near side. They're looking this way. It's going to be a little possession pass. It's going to be caught out of bounds. 1st down, and the defender fell down.
And the thing about it is they're continually giving them 7 to 8 yards. And, when he had to come up and try to make that break to come up and make the play, that's where he slipped.
Yeah, Johnson, a lot of cushion right there.
A lot of cushion. They're giving them so much cushion. They're giving them that 1st down cushion.
All right, so 1st and 10, Shelby. 9 minutes to go in this ball game. 9 minutes. Shepard, step back. He's going to hand off to Fisher. Fisher cuts back up the middle, and he'll get hit from behind, but he's going to get brought down by Greenslade, but he'll pick up 4 to the Clyde 41.
Yeah, again, Robbie Greenslade's doing a nice job of coming across the line and sliding down that line, but, Fisher is just too quick, and he gets up there, and then he's got 3 to 4 yards. It's not 5.
Well, they're getting blockers up on Jaron Bolger and also Kyle Overmeyer is what they're doing.
And that's why the defensive end has to come around behind the line and make the tackle from behind.
2nd down and 6. 8:27. The clock will be running. You'll see a lot of running right now. Look for Fisher to get the ball. He does again. He goes off right tackle. This time he's going to get forward, and he'll get the first down and more. He'll get across. He breaks a tackle at the 35, gets across to the 29, and that time trying to get up off the ground. Taking a pretty solid hit was Andrew Bauer right there, Mike.
Andrew Bauer came up from his safety spot to put a hit on Fisher, and Fisher said, no, I'm going to put the hit on you, and that's exactly what he did and got another 6 yards after the hit.
Right now, a different change in the ball game. Redmond get onside kick, but they're all sides. Okay, here we go. Update from Kyle Knight. It's 41-22 right now. Again, here comes the quarterback, and it's going to be a first down getting up to the 30. No, he'll not get the first down to get close to it. But Marshall Shepard keeps the ball around. And I tell you what, Mike, I really like the play for Shepard here tonight. He has made good decisions except for the interception down here.
Right.
On the ground.
And that ball was tipped, though.
Yeah.
I got to give him credit. That ball was tipped up in the air for that interception. But you're right, John.
On the ground, he's made good decisions.
Absolutely.
2nd down and 2.
And I tell you, one reason he's been able to do that is because Owen Fisher, when he fakes to Owen Fisher, those linebackers have to go towards him.
Yes, they do.
And that gives him an open seam the opposite way.
So it's 34-22 Bellevue, but then Van Wert comes right back. Here's going to be, again, boy, a little bit of face mask going on there. Greenslade's going to go ahead and throw Shepard back for a loss. Greenslade's going to spot him back to the 23. It'll be a loss of 2.
Greenslade's getting up a little gimpy
he
now,
is.
but he's coming back. He's not going out of the game.
3rd down, I'll call it 4. 6:45, and right now the clock is obviously the friend of the Shelby Whippets, up by 2 scores.
They're not going to be in any hurry to snap this ball.
No. They're going to ball control this out as good teams do. 3rd down. Snap. Shepard looking. He's going to throw it across here. It's going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of Cody Lance. Cody Lance, boy, I tell you what, he was wide open.
He was wide open.
That will stop the clock.
And that he put that ball right on his chest, right on the numbers. And that's one you got to catch because that was well past first down marker.
This would tell you not to catch the ball with your hands and not try to catch it with your body, right, Mike?
I'm sure he's heard that a few times.
All right, so that stops the clock at 6:25, and it's 4th down. So Lance is going to come off the field. Have a little conversation. We're going to have a timeout. We're going to take a timeout, right? We're not going to take a timeout, but we're going to go right up to Kyle Knight and get some updates as there's been some fireworks up in Bellevue, Kyle.
Yeah, John, it's like they're playing the Madden video game here today in the second half. So, again, this game was 21-0 at the half, Van Wert, and then they made it 28-0. So Bellevue scores twice before the end of the third quarter to make it 28-14. We've now had 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, 2 for Van Wert, 1 for Bellevue. 5:51 to play in the ball game, 41-22. But Bellevue has come right back down the field. They have the ball just outside the Fremont floor covering red zone at the 21-yard line. So, again, Bellevue looking to score again, trailing 41-22 with 5:51 to play in the ball game. One more time, Van Wert 41, Bellevue 22. John, back to you.
Thanks so much, Kyle. So it looks to me like Bellevue and Clyde both trying to get back into their ball games, but the fourth quarter clock, Mike, is going to be the challenge. Not only offensively to operate in perfection, but to be able to keep that clock in your favor. Right now it's 4th down and 4, and let's go Shepard. Shepard looking to throw. He's going to get hit, and it's going to be incomplete. That time Shepard got drilled on the backside by the Flyers, and it'll be incomplete. That stops the clock. Clyde will get the ball on downs.
Yeah, Kyle Overmeyer was coming unabandoned on a blitz right there, and he had his eye right on Shepard, and as soon as that ball was released, he took a big hit.
I believe it was Dillon, and also, if I'm not mistaken, for Clyde, it was Remington Norman, too.
Yeah,
the two of them, they had a little bit of a party with Shepard back there in the backfield. Will be first and 10. Clyde, Mike, they've got to run quick now.
Yep. Oh, yeah, they definitely, with 6:21 left to go, down 2 scores, they've got to do something quick here.
Lozier out here to our near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Again, Jaden Cook has played a pretty good game. Jaden Cook looking. He's going to go straight down the middle of the field. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be on the left side, and it is going to be Greenslade, I believe. And it was Greenslade. They got the tight end out there. He catches it. His defender fell down. First and 10, Clyde at the 42.
Andre Hill got his feet tangled up, went down on the ground, left Greenslade wide open. Showed that he's got some hands. He's able to catch that ball.
Jaden Cook looking. 6:08, 6:07. 3 receivers here to the near side by the Flyers. Jaden Cook having a pretty good ball game. He's been pressured. He's going to throw it out here, and it's incomplete. And it's going to be
They're going to
Lozier.
call that a lateral?
Yeah. Nope. They're called incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was awful close to being down the line or backwards. That's why he picked it up and continued to run with it. But
sure.
The official, Johnny on the spot, said nope, it was forward.
Well, heads up by Lozier, though, to do that, right? 5:56 to go, 28-14. Clyde trying to nudge a little closer. It's one and done here, folks. The winner of this game is going to take on the winner of Bellevue Van Wert. Van Wert right now in command with 5 minutes to go in that one. And the winner will move to the regional final. Here comes the rush. Cook's going to have to step up. Cook is going to get run, and Cook keeps his feet moving. Cook slides, at the 30, and he will get Clyde the first down, I believe.
Logan Green came up. That could have been a penalty because Cook was sliding feet first.
Yes, he was.
And Logan Green came up and put a hit on him when he was going down.
Jaden Cook, his first year at quarterback, he was hurt last year. He's got to put his shoe back on. And I tell you what, Jaden Cook's developing a pretty good quarterback for Clyde. He'll be back next year to lead this team, as almost everybody will be coming back. 5:30 and counting. Time on the clock. Cook looking. They're showing blitz. They pick it up. Now he's going to throw it down the left side. It's into the end zone. It's going to be nearly caught, but it's going to be broken up down at the 2. Incomplete.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Andre Hill that time. He didn't fall down that time.
No, he didn't.
He was able to break that one up.
He said, hey, listen, guys, I'm going to play better on this next pass play. Clyde does not really pass across the middle of the field at all, Mike. Do you ever notice that? It's always on the wings.
Yeah, we have not seen one across the middle of the field.
5:17. That play did stop the clock, though. 28-14. Shelby with the lead. Clyde with the ball. Here comes Cook. He's going to throw a middle screen, and it's going to be caught by Daniels. Daniels going to power down, and he lost the football, and they're going to say Shelby has it. And hard to tell if he was down or not. And it will be a fumble as he got to the 15-yard line. And then it's a fumble by Daniels, and that will be Shelby ball.
That's something that you don't see very often at all, is Daniels, when he's in the open field running, fumbling that ball, because he always puts 2 hands on it. But at this point in time, John, he's working hard to try to get that extra yard. And when that happens, bad things usually take place.
Let's see the replay because there's multiple players there, and then the ball squirted out. Was his knee down? I don't know. You can't see for sure. But that's a big chain of events as Clyde turns it over. And here's going to be Owen Fisher from the backside, and we've got a penalty here on the left side, too, by the side judge. Now stop the clock. And let's see what the penalty is going to be. Generally, it's all sides, or is it a procedure from the sideline? It's going to be a procedure? No, it's going to be a sideline warning against
Clyde.
Against Clyde, okay.
Which is not going to affect anything. That's the second one will be a penalty.
Right.
But
we saw that last week.
Yep.
Last week was the first time all year that we saw that warning and then the penalty. So under 5 minutes to go, 28-14 with the ball, the Shelby Whippets. They just have a nice nice driving run here and keep the ball on the ground, and they can really put their hands around this game, Mike. But we'll see what's going to happen. Shepard at quarterback. He's back there. He's going to pitch it wide to Fisher. Fisher's running wide right now. And he's going to stiff arm, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds. And again, Bolger with a nice defense. Bolger's played a pretty good game tonight, Jaron Bolger, the junior.
Yes, he has. Coming up and making that stop because we've seen Fisher run through a lot of tackles. You know, off that play right there, you're going to see that fake pitch, and then you're going to see Shepard taking it off the opposite side. They've been very effective with that play.
3rd down and long. Boy, how big was that fumble for Clyde? 3rd down and long. They had a chance to get the ball back again, Mike. Lance far out to the left side, 2 receivers to the near side. Now they're going to go ahead, and that was a quarterback. They're going to throw a little screen play over here, and it's going to be caught but tackled. Nice defense on the backside by the Flyers, and it will be for no gain. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Dylan Overmeyer did a nice job of playing that, staying right in the middle, not over pursuing it.
We're going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Let's go back up to Bellevue and get an update from Kyle Knight. Kyle?
All right, thank you, John. Bellevue had a nice drive, but could not capitalize. They turned it over on downs. So right now, Van Wert running out the clock. 1:45 left in this ball game. Van Wert will advance to play the winner of your game between Shelby and Clyde. So with 1:35 and counting, it's Van Wert 41, Bellevue 22. Bellevue is going to end their season with a record of 8-1. We'll give you a complete wrap-up when it's over. John, we'll send it back to you. Again, 41-22, Van Wert on top of Bellevue with about a minute and a half left in the ball game.
Thanks so much, Kyle. And right now it's 4th down, and it will be Shepard back to punt. So Van Wert, 41-22 over Bellevue with a minute to go. So Van Wert will be advancing to the finals next week. And looking to punt the football. Looking for the snap. It's a low snap. He's going to go ahead and almost gets the punt blocked. High punt. And fair catch called by Clyde, by Lozier at their own 45. So, Mike, if Clyde had been able to go in and score, hold these guys, they'd have a chance to come down and tie this game right now. That fumble, unfortunately, by Daniels. Again, we couldn't see it. We didn't have our sideline reporter down there to see how that happened. But the Flyers have 3:45. And there still is hope.
Yeah, but the positive thing is, John, they were able to move the ball down there to get in that position.
Right.
So, they have to have confidence that they'll be able to do that again right now.
28-14. Jaden Cook, growing up at quarterback here for the Clyde Flyers. They're going to quick get out here to Wilson, and Wilson's going to get tackled. And that's a big-time play out there by Logan Green. And Logan Green came out and makes a huge play for a loss of 4 back to the 40. He read that, Mike. They've run that play multiple times here tonight. And Logan Green on the defensive side for Shelby.
Yeah, Griffin Knowles just did not have the opportunity to make that block.
So 2nd down and 14. Cook looking. He's going to throw to the backside. They bubble screen again to the other side. And that time Griffin Knowles gets the pass, but he'll pick up just about 3.
Okay, now this is the time, John. You've thrown a little bubble screen to each side. Now this is the time when you fake that bubble screen down the sideline.
Right. All right, well, let's see, Coach.
See what happens, man.
Is that the call you're making?
That's what I would do.
Okay. And I'd follow all-out blitz. And he is looking down the sideline. You're right. It's going to be overthrown. Cook could not get it to Nuffs. Nuffs looked like he had a little bit of a seam, but a little bit farther down the line looked like Clyde had a receiver open.
Yeah, well, you had Nathan Zenner, who was all over Cook that time. Zenner has 6 sacks, and he was looking for number 7 right there.
Morrison into the ball game right now. 28-14, Shelby with the lead. Clyde with 2:48 to go. They've got a 4th down and 11, Mike. And right now in this situation, no first down. You can pretty much expect this one's going to be in the books. They're going to double reverse her back to Cook. Cook is going deep, and he's going to throw up here for Wilson. It's going to be in and out of the hands. Oh, my, what a throw. But it will turn over on downs, and now the Shelby Whippets looks to me like they're going to be celebrating a little bit here, Mike, because with 2:40 to go, keep it on the ground, run the clock. They're going to look to probably match up with Van Wert next week in the Division IV Region 14 finals, because that particular play, they're going to run the clock here, Mike.
Yeah, you're going to.
Clyde does have 2 timeouts.
Well, yeah,
but
you're going to see a big dose of Fisher.
Owen.
Yeah. Fisher and
also Shepard. I mean, between the two of them, they can run it out. Let that play clock go down. Of course, our game clock is stopped. So this play, it doesn't matter. Fisher with the football. Gets to the outside, turns the corner. Boy, there's players all over the field right now. And Fisher's going to run the ball, keep it inbounds, and get to the Clyde 38.
That was a nice job by Fisher. He could have probably got another couple yards there, but he wanted to keep that ball inbounds, so he kind of went down, and Caden Berger was right there, to put him down on the ground. But, if it would have been earlier and they weren't looking at stopping that clock.
2:27 to go. And it looks like Greenslade hobbling off a little bit.
So the clock has stopped for
injury? I'm not sure.
I would have to say it was an official's stoppage.
Mason Dick into the ball game for Clyde.
So play clock down, 26.
Yep. They can just let that thing go down. Absolutely. They're going to get it under 2 minutes before they even have to to run the play, Mike. So it looks like it's going to be Van Wert, which was seeded number 5, and Shelby, which was seeded number 2 in the regional final next week. So, high snap. Fisher. Nope, Shepard's going to keep it. He's looking to turn the corner, and he just slides down.
Again, they want to keep that clock around. They got the first down or close to it.
Let's see. I don't know that they're going to give it to him. Third down is short.
Yeah, it is going to be short. He had a couple extra yards that he could have gotten.
Yep. And that would have iced it there.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking.
Minute 27.
I think it's pretty frozen right now anyway.
All right. So the Whippets, pretty good crowd here tonight. I wonder how the social distancing is. All right. So it's going to be 1:13. I'm going to let this play clock get down there to about 1:05. And Clyde's showing blitz, and they're going to give to Fisher. And Fisher is he going to get that first down?
It's going to be awful close.
I'd say
they're giving it to him.
Are they going to give it to him, or are they going to measure?
Well, the official on that side hasn't marked that it would be a first down.
They're going to look it over.
Oh, they're going to
measure. Yeah. So it gets it to the 33. Maybe a half a yard gain with 1:03 to go. So, Mike, Clyde Fliers had a pretty good season. They had to replace 18 of 22 from the state championship team that came down here. They won some games. They lost a couple close ones. They get in the tournament. They run 3 straight and grew this team up a little bit.
When you come in at 11th seed and able to get this far in the tournament.
Right.
That's showing that you've got something going for you.
Yeah, I believe they're going to have the first down. Let's see if they mark it. Yes, it will be a first down. So that first down by Shelby. And we'll keep it here to the end of the game. And then we'll let Kyle Knight go ahead and give us a update and wrap things up from Bellevue as the Bellevue Redmen lose 41-22, and Clyde's going to lose here tonight 28-14. So both teams ran into pretty good defenses, I believe, is the story.
Yeah.
It's our good buddy Josh. Good to see you, Josh. I'll see you on the basketball trail, my friend. Good to see you again. And 41 seconds. They finally got to snap the ball. Fisher with the ball. Fisher gets hit. Keeps his feet moving. Goes again. Fisher down the right side. And Fisher's going to get knocked out of bounds at the 26. And 27 seconds. This is going to be, they don't even have to snap the ball. All right, so what we'll do right now is we're going to call it. We'll take our time out, and then we'll go to Kyle Knight in Bellevue. All right, so again, your final here tonight. Advancing to the Division IV Region 14 finals are the Shelby Whippets. As Shelby, they win this one tonight, 28-14 against Clyde, and they will take on Van Wert next week. We'll take a timeout and get back with Kyle Knight after this on Eagle 99.
Save big and give your home a makeover at Fremont Floor Covering. Fall savings on in-stock flooring. Carpet rolls starting at 79 cents a square foot. Waterproof flooring starting at $2.69 a square foot. Ceramic and porcelain tile at $1.69 a square foot. Carpet tile starting at $1.50 a square foot. Remnants up to 50% off, and cash and carry savings on special order products. Stop into Fremont Floor Covering today for quality floor covering at affordable prices. Financing available. Fremont Floor Covering near North Front and State Streets.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, the Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Whether it's for the community we live in or guiding people with the biggest financial decisions of their lives, we believe in people helping people. If you live, work, worship, volunteer, or attend school in Sandusky, Ottawa, and parts of Seneca and Witt counties, you're eligible to join us. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Fliers. Go Flyers!
Craving turkey? We have the meats. You won't have to wait until Thanksgiving. Come to Arby's now for delicious deep-fried turkey, marinated for juicy, flavorful bite after bite. Try all of Arby's deep-fried turkey goodness. Turkey clubs and market-fresh cranberry turkey sandwiches and wraps, stacked with deep-fried turkey breast. Think of it as practice for Thanksgiving. Arby's, we have the meats. In Fremont, Port Clinton, Clyde, and Huron. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
And it's Kyle Knight back here in Bellevue to wrap things up tonight. It was like the Fast and the Furious in the second half. After it was 21-0 Van Wert at halftime, we had all kinds of scoring in the second half. It started with an Owen Treese touchdown for Van Wert to make it 28-0. Then Bellevue got in the ball game. Keegan Ray with 2 touchdown runs to end the third quarter, one from 3 yards out, another from 44 yards out. It was 28-14 Van Wert at the end of 3. Then quarterback, very good senior quarterback, Owen Treese, had a touchdown run, which was his 4th of the ball game with 8:57 to play in the ball game. He also had 1 touchdown pass at that point, so 5 total touchdowns. That made it 34-14 Van Wert. Bellevue would fight right back less than a minute later. Keegan to Tyler Ray, 45 yards out. Then it was 34-22. Bellevue trailing by just 12 at that point with 7:51 left in the ball game. Didn't take long, though. Bellevue actually got the onside kick. However, they were offside. They had to kick again, so Van Wert gets the ball. They score on a 44-yard touchdown pass, and that was the ball game. Final score tonight, Van Wert 41, Bellevue 22. Bellevue ends their year with a record of 8-1, so it will be Van Wert and Shelby next week for the regional championship. That's going to do it for me from Bellevue. Again, the final score, Redmond end their year with a loss to Van Wert by a final score of 41-22.
Tonight's postgame show is brought to you by Frozone Frozen Yogurt, Tiffin's spot for premium frozen yogurt. We'll head back to the stadium after this on the BAS Sports Radio Network.
Are you craving something sweet? Maybe salty? Check out Frozone in downtown Tiffin. It's a fun spot to meet up with family and friends. At Frozone, you can create your own masterpiece with 12 different flavors of frozen yogurts and more than 30 yummy toppings. Finish your creation off with hot fudge, caramel, or peanut butter sauce, and then dig in with our magical spoons. Frozone Frozen Yogurt, located at 114 South Washington Street in Tiffin. Open 7 days a week. Make sure to like and follow Frozone Tiffin on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Hi, it's Eagle 99 and 92.1 The Wolf Sports Director Kyle Knight for Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. When it comes to outfitting the sports staff here at the radio station, we go to Juan and Athletic Supply. Athletic Supply offers us affordable prices on shirts and pullovers and handles all the custom embroidery. No matter what your sport, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or volleyball, you'll find the equipment and clothing you need to make you look good and play good. So get in the game at Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Are you craving something sweet? Maybe salty? Check out Frozone in downtown Tiffin. It's a fun spot to meet up with family and friends. At Frozone, you can create your own masterpiece with 12 different flavors of frozen yogurts and more than 30 yummy toppings. Finish your creation off with hot fudge, caramel, or peanut butter sauce, and then dig in with our magical spoons. Frozone Frozen Yogurt, located at 114 South Washington Street in Tiffin. Open 7 days a week. Make sure to like and follow Frozone Tiffin on Facebook and Instagram.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
All right, welcome back to Shelby. Well, we have our Division IV Region 14 championship game set. It will be Shelby, the Whippets, taking on Van Wert next Saturday to see who's going to get to the Final Four. With this Clyde Fliers team, they won Division IV last year. They replaced 18. They came back and find themselves in the regional semis again. I don't know that anybody expected this team to be here, Mike. They played well, but it was Shelby who came out. Shelby got the ball the first time of that game, and it was Owen Fisher went 68 yards with the first play, first score of the game, and really kind of set the tone for the ball game right then and there. Clyde came back and ran 11 plays. He had to punt. Shelby got back again. This time it was Lance on a 24-yard touchdown pass. And with 2:20 to go in the first quarter, it was already 14-0, and that's the difference in the ball game. Clyde came back then and got the ball. It went 15 plays, 69 yards. Wilson on a 9-yard touchdown score. 8:53 to go in the half, and it's 14-7. And then coming back on the other side, it was Shelby scoring a 13-play, 65-yard drive. Fisher, the 7-yard run with 4:48 to go in the half. It was 21-7. Then it came back to the next side, and both teams went back and forth twice. Clyde then just ran the clock out then the first half of play. Shelby got the ball back, and they scored again, Mike, and that was the big difference, I think, that Shelby went ahead and they scored when they went up 28-7. Clyde punted. Shelby came back, but they fumbled the ball, and Bauer got a fumble. And, it was a fumble, correct, by Shelby. And then Clyde got the ball. And it was an interception, boy, right down the 5-yard line. And near the interception, Bolger got an interception. Clyde got the ball. And they had a long 56-yard pass to Griffin Nuffs. And Clyde went in, and it was a 97-yard drive. They went 10 plays. And they creeped at 28-14. And then what we think probably was Shelby went about 8 plays, turnover downs. Clyde got it. Clyde was at their own 23, got down to the 15. A little mid-seam screen to Daniels. Daniels on the way down got stripped and fumbled the ball at the 15 and gave it back to Shelby. Shelby went 3 and out and punted. Clyde had turned it over on downs. Shelby ran the clock out, and Shelby wins 28-14. We'll take our final timeout and get some thoughts on this season, and we'll wrap things up here tonight as on the BAS Sports Network. We are all put to bed. It'll be basketball after this, but tonight it was Division IV Region 14 championship action, and it was Shelby outlasting Clyde. 28-14. We'll be back after this.
Tonight's postgame show is brought to you by Frozone Frozen Yogurt, Tiffin's spot for premium frozen yogurt. We'll head back to the stadium after this on the BAS Sports Radio Network.
Are you craving something sweet? Maybe salty? Check out Frozone in downtown Tiffin. It's a fun spot to meet up with family and friends. At Frozone, you can create your own masterpiece with 12 different flavors of frozen yogurts and more than 30 yummy toppings. Finish your creation off with hot fudge, caramel, or peanut butter sauce, and then dig in with our magical spoons. Frozone Frozen Yogurt, located at 114 South Washington Street in Tiffin. Open 7 days a week. Make sure to like and follow Frozone Tiffin on Facebook and Instagram.
Looking for insurance but have a language barrier? See Welty Insurance Group for a comprehensive quote that you can understand. Welty agents will take the time to explain policies and benefits to you, even in Spanish or sign language. Our family protecting yours. Call Welty Insurance Group for insurance quotes you can trust at 419-334-4477. Welty Insurance Group, representing Erie Insurance in Sandusky, Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, and Cary, and at weltyinsurance.com.
Craving turkey? We have the meats. You won't have to wait until Thanksgiving. Come to Arby's now for delicious deep-fried turkey, marinated for juicy, flavorful bite after bite. Try all of Arby's deep-fried turkey goodness. Turkey clubs and market-fresh cranberry turkey sandwiches and wraps, stacked with deep-fried turkey breast. Think of it as practice for Thanksgiving. Arby's, we have the meats. In Fremont, Port Clinton, Clyde, and Huron. Go Flyers!
Frickers has just what you want, everyday values. Monday, boneless frickin' chicken wings. Tuesday, traditional frickin' chicken wings. Wednesday, steak day at Frickers. Thursday, frickin' chicken chunks. Whether it's dine-in, carry-out, delivery, or order online at frickers.com. Everyday values are available at only one place. Dine-in, carry-out, delivery, and new at Frickers. Order online at frickers.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. Eagle 99. Eagle 99 WFRO.
All right. Well, it is time to wrap up the season here tonight on the BAS Sports Network. Clyde falls to Shelby 28-14. Shelby will now entertain Van Wert. And from what we understand, officially, Shelby could say, hey, listen, we want this game here. And Van Wert might have to come here. It's hard for me to believe Ohio High School Athletic Association would want a game on regular turf, Mike, for a championship game. We'll see what happens, but I think that it could very well be here. So Van Wert had to take a pretty good travel to get over here to Shelby. It was just all Shelby tonight. Clyde had some opportunities, but Shelby came out and just threw a couple more punches that Clyde couldn't handle, and they lose here tonight. But pretty good season for us. Got to cover Bellevue the majority of the season and Clyde, and both teams lose here tonight. Bellevue lose 41-22. So, another one in the books for you and I, and your thoughts as we wrap it up.
Well, it's been a pleasure, John, to be able to work with you, and also Brad. It's one of those things that each season you come in, you're hoping that you can move on, but we've been very blessed to be able to have this opportunity to see two good teams, Bellevue and Clyde, throughout the season. And Clyde, they can't hang their head on anything. They came in number 11 seed. And, did a great job of getting to this point. Shelby, they were on fire tonight. They were on fire. Their line, offensive and defensive line, were pretty much dominant in this game. And that's something that Clyde's strength has been all season as far as the offensive and defensive line. So, can't hang their head. They're going to have a lot of players coming back next year. And, I'm sure Coach Carter's going to have them ready to go for next season.
All right, Mike, of course, our partner Brad Bannister on assignment. He picked a bad night to be on assignment. He doesn't get to say goodbye to anybody, but on his behalf, he appreciates it all too, and so we do also. So we do want to remind you that this game has been sponsored by, and all these games have been sponsored by our title sponsor, Fremont Federal Credit Union. UAS Insurance has always handled our pre-games. Frozone, our post-games this year. Hold Sheet Metal, our game temperature. Today, game temperature was cold. Fremont Athletic Supplier in-game scoreboard. Frickers, our sideline reporter, who's been Brad Bannister all year long. Weldy Insurance Group with our timeouts. Fremont floor covering in the red zone. Ice Centers of Northwest Ohio. Did you see that? Sunrise Cooperative, our touchdown sponsor, gave away $30,000 plus this year towards that whole endeavor. Friendship Stores, Crown Battery, Miller Super Value, Arby's, and Clyde. So as John Collins saying, hey, guys, we can't thank enough. Our chief engineer and producer, Mike Roca, back at the station, has just been a spectacular job to making our job easy to bring you the games. And for all you, the fans and listeners, so glad that your number 36 in football is in the books for me. We'll see what happens going into next year, Mike. But it has been a pleasure to work with you and with Brad, with Mike Roca back at the station. And nothing but big thanks to the whole sports department of the BAS Sports endeavor. So, again, the final here tonight, Shelby 28, Clyde 14. Good night, and God bless.
Thank you for listening to Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Sports Coverage on Eagle 99. Visit our website at WFROradio.com for the dates and times of our upcoming broadcasts on Eagle 99. This has been a presentation of the BAS Sports Network.